have a problem this morning, eh?
What is the problem? Tell me.
Have a problem. We ain't learning.
Yeah.
Nah, we ain't learning. We ain't learning at all. Just last week, we was talking about the jet ski incident with the 7-year-old girl from Barpo.
Right.
Angelica Jogi. And over the weekend here, a 6-year-old child in ICU this over the weekend, an autistic child, because they find the child at the bottom of a swimming pool at a fun park for 8 minutes. She was underwater for 8 minutes.
Right. The most you can make bill with 5 minutes.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? But she in ICU.
Right.
By the grace of God. Now here was my problem, eh? I'll tell you what's my problem here now. There are 2 articles on this that explains everything, right? The parents say, and we're going to take some calls and get some opinion on this. The parents are saying that they went to the park had no lifeguard, no life jackets, anything like that. But they went to the park there, and it's a fun park for children, right, in Gasparillo. They say they didn't notice when they noticed that they wasn't seeing the child. And it was 8 minutes after, 8 or 9 minutes after, they find the child at the bottom of the adult pool.
Mm-hmm.
That 6-year-old child, autistic, right? So, of course, the parents have a responsibility to supervise their child and keep an eye on the child, especially a special needs child.
Mm-hmm.
They spoke to an anonymous representative at the park who is saying that parents have a responsibility, and parents and guardians have the responsibility to look after the children when they come to the park. Primary responsibilities, parents and the guardian. And this fun park has been operating for 15 months. And they're saying this is the first time that the incident like this has occurred. However, in the 15 months you're operating, for the last 3 weeks, they're saying they didn't have a lifeguard. And it just so happened that in the 3 weeks you did not have a lifeguard, a 6-year-old child left the children's swimming pool area and went to the adult swimming pool area, went down a slide. It have video footage of the child climbing up the slide and going down the slide into the adult pool. Right? But this anonymous source, when you read the article in the Express yesterday, it's like, let me pass the responsibility, let me try and shift the responsibility from the business that I have to the parents solely and wholly. And I am saying that from the time you have something like a fun park that includes swimming pool areas, any pool, because you could drown in 2 feet of water, right?
You could drown in a teaspoon of water.
That's right. That there is a joint responsibility between the parent and the park.
Right.
Right? And the anonymous source is saying that they have signs saying that no lifeguard is on duty and parents must accompany their children in and out of the pool. And these are the measures that they have taken in the absence of having lifeguards on duty. However, they say there are 2 overseers on duty. And my question, all I know is 8 minutes. You know it's 8 minutes? Try and hold their breath for 8 minutes. Tell me what would work out.
5 minutes it stops.
5 minutes it stops? Right. So I'm saying, is it even legal to operate a fun park with water, with a swimming pool area without a lifeguard?
Well, if it's a private establishment,
what are the requirements for these parks? And did we not learn from just a week earlier with the jet ski incident and rules and regulations and obeying these rules and regulations? You can't tell me from the parental standpoint or the park standpoint and the overseers that they say they have that a 6-year-old child could leave a children's pool, climb up a slide, slide down the slide into the adult pool, and never resurface until they find the child underwater 8 minutes later. And now the child in ICU. So what is we really doing?
Well, I kind of torn on this one because for me, if you're carrying a child in a park,
Uh-huh.
that requires a certain level of responsibility. A
Right.
normal child,
Right.
right? You're supposed to be extra vigilant where water is concerned, right? Because I have had 2 incidents where I carried out people children and bacchanal and whatever, right? But an autistic child makes you 10 times responsible for your child, right? Because an autistic child requires more needs than a normal child. So you're supposed to be paying attention to what the hell going on. And if you're not paying attention, the onus is on you at the end of the day.
Okay.
Now the park has its responsibilities, whatever the case to be, but they told you that there would be no lifeguard, right? So
They
that's
say they have signs saying no lifeguard.
right.
Parents have to accompany child in and out of the school.
Right. Well,
In and out of
even more so, an autistic child being left alone is not a good recipe.
You're getting the most interesting thing about this whole scenario.
What's that?
The parents of the child is firefighters.
Yeah, well, that's no. I'm not absolving the fun park. The fun park has its responsibilities and whatever.
But you don't think it's
But
a
it should-
joint responsibility?
Well, yeah, but it more so on the parents because you're supposed to mind your business.
Okay, it more so on the parents, right? But I'm saying, okay, in the blink of an eye, the snap of a finger, you could have your eye on your child, and in the blink of an eye,
But that's with a normal child,
right, and the
But
child
an
is
autistic
disappear.
child is not responsible. An autistic child is even more responsibility than a normal child.
Right.
10 times more responsibility.
Right, so and
Because
the other thing,
they
the
are
other-
more, according to how autistic the child could be savant. It could be several different issues with autism. Autism
Yeah.
takes different forms in different people and how they operate. And for me, I would think that if I have an autistic child, I'm supposed to be paying attention, more attention than a normal child.
Now the park is saying that the parents did not notify them that they were coming in with a child that was autistic. I don't know if they're trying to
Well-
imply that maybe had that been done, some extra attention would have been given to the child. I don't know.
Of course, in this situation, of course.
I
they
just
would-
think I think the park cannot remove themselves from the responsibility. And we had to find out, is it even ask your lawyer partner now, if it is legal to operate a fun park without a lifeguard or any swimming pool
call him
area?
and find out.
All right, let me find out. Oh, and by the way,
Yeah.
let me just address this text that X get. One of our viewers on YouTube, and let me just address it holistically. It's the first time that somebody mentioned it. Your man sent X a message saying,
Not me. Send somebody a message. Send me the
they
message.
send somebody, one of the viewers, they send somebody a message. So make sure and get this information correct, right? So you could give it back to them. Because before you come to a conclusion, you should first ask a question.
Well,
All
of
right.
course. You're supposed to have all the information before you come with
Before-
your,
before-
come with
right?
your data. Yeah.
So I have a tendency to, it might appear on camera, she said, I dig in my ears. Right? Now, of course, digging ears is a disgusting thing, but the size of my finger and the size of my ear. But I don't have big ears. But I don't be digging my ears. What happened? I don't know why, I don't know if it's this headphones. I don't know if it's the fact that the sponge and it had no leather. Because you see that no leather, right?
Yeah.
Right. But I buy this headphones last year for my birthday. Sennheiser. Good brand.
Right.
But what happened, since I come back and I started working on radio and I put on the headphones, I don't know if it's because it's a sponge. It is be irritating by my ear
Right.
to the point where it is causing it to itch a little bit now.
Right. Okay.
So when I remove the headphone here and you see me with my finger by my ear, I ain't digging my ear.
Yeah.
I'm rubbing the inner area of my ear right here.
Right.
Not inside my ear now, just rubbing the inner area right here, right above the lobe there.
Right. Yeah.
Because it's giving me itching.
Okay.
I don't know if I need to. I don't know if it has some kind of ointment I should
And
use or
it's
some
only
kind of
your
thing
left
to
ear.
prevent. It's only the right here.
Right. Yeah.
Only the right ear that's happening with.
Right.
It don't happen on the left at all. I don't know why.
Okay.
Only the right.
Well.
I don't know why. And it just keep irritating it now. So if you're viewing on YouTube and you see me move the ear and I'm just passing my finger by my ear, I'm not digging my ear. I ain't looking for no wax.
Right.
And a matter of fact, I just flush my ear at least once a year. So
Yeah,
I just actually go for a flush.
Yeah, but where's her point really?
I don't know where she point. No, well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
Was she watch it?
But they're watching. I
They're watching it on TV and on radio.
But that's where this be. That's where this be. It has be irritated me a little bit, so I just pass my finger. That kind of, the itch. Is the itch I was trying to get rid of. Yeah,
Well,
yeah. So we calling the lawyer, right? Let me just find out.
7366.
All right. Oh God! Wait! I dropped that. This. Like when you pause on this, it is just Where the phone line? Tell us. We ring in. Let me see if we get him on the inside. It's Kyle, right?
Yeah, Kyle.
Kyle.
Yeah.
Taklal Singh.
Yeah.
All right. Come, Kyle Taklal Singh.
He might be in court.
Well, it could be, eh? Let's see. A little frightening. Look, we are more lawyer than the Law Association. Only hold some strain. All right, that's now. We ain't get him there. All right, let me see. Let me call my boy. This is my legal advisor. He's recovering from heart surgery, but let me see if I get him on the phone. He's another lawyer too. Let me just find out let me just find out the legality of this thing, because we talk about rules and regulation, and we talking about children and thing, man. We can't be putting children life at unnecessary risk, man. And yes, the parents ought to know better, but I just think.
Yeah, but an autistic child, you treat that child differently.
I just think it is 50. I think
Hello?
not 60-40.
Hello, good day.
Hey, Brian Big, what going on? All right, you're live on Talk City, yeah?
Oh, hey, what's happening?
Yeah, man.
What's happening? Yeah,
Brian, we just calling for some legal advice. You just give that. You like to give that. You recovered yet, by the way?
I'm just waiting to be declared fit.
All right. Will you be in the 1 year up in thing on the weekend? Next weekend?
But I'm not too sure yet.
What? All right. Well, then you ain't really recovered yet. Because you don't miss.
What?
Well, he inside everything,
Nothing yellow he does miss.
Yeah.
Don't the mustard and all the inside. He inside mustard and all.
They got good ketchup in
So-
everything.
Well, my friend, while I would love to be there, it would, and I want to tell everyone that it will be a great day on that day, as we are celebrating a great day.
That's the 1 year.
In the coming of government of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, led by Kamala Prasad, as our senior counsel.
All right.
But also you'll be seeing how our party operates.
All right.
All right.
But I don't want that if I'm there and I have not declared fit yet,
All right.
something happens to me.
All right.
Okay.
No problem. But
Take
you
it
what I'm
easy,
calling
take
you
it
for?
easy.
You
Yeah.
what I'm calling you for?
Uh-huh.
Is it what is the law as it relates to owning a fun park or any park with water? We have a swimming pool area, whether it be for children or adults. What is the law as it relates to the presence of a lifeguard? Can a park operate without the presence of a lifeguard?
Well, that's a technical question you're asking.
Why?
Because not all parks sometimes operate without a lifeguard. But the regulations in state that you ought to have a lifeguard present.
You ought
And
to
if
have.
a lifeguard is not present, all indications must be made to ensure that persons understand that if a lifeguard is not present,
You're doing it at your own risk.
the requirement of risk is much greater.
Yeah, it's on you.
And that you have to take account of your own risk
Yes.
and your own life.
Okay.
But the regulations are quite clear. You ought to or should have a lifeguard present.
Okay. All right. No problem. No problem.
But if there's signage, if there's signage and so on, sitting that there's no lifeguard on duty and you're doing it at your own risk and all that sort of jazz, that would be sufficient, right, in terms of notification?
Well, notification is important to have. If you don't have those things, then the issue of recklessness could come in.
Okay.
All right, but I understand from where you're coming from, and I don't want to say anything further to prejudice anything.
Okay.
Right? Because I understand there was the loss of a life of a child.
Well, no, the child is in ICU. I don't know if the child.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if between Sunday and now. I don't know. I haven't seen an update. But as far as it stands, as of yesterday, the child was in ICU.
So there was an incident.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So you'll leave it as that.
All right.
Okay.
No problem, my brother. Thanks.
And I wish you all the best for your walk, sir. For your run.
Yes, of course. But I know usually you are there, but I know you're not fit to. You haven't been cleared to come out yet. So, that's not a problem, man.
Well, I'm always you know one thing with me. I support good things, and the event that you have is a very good event.
All right, thanks a lot, man.
I wish you all the best, and I hope that you will be down there as well on the 25th, and have a great day, Trinidad and Tobago. And before I leave you, I want to tell this nation: don't take on the naysayers. In just 1 year, or basically 11 to 12 months, we have been able to see what this government led by Kamala Prasad Visesa has done. Especially where you saw what she reported in the parliament. When last you ever heard you've heard of such reports coming from our energy sector, Stephan?
Well, I saw that report. I know X thought about that. I see other people trying to take credit for it. But the policies are taking the 3-point-something billion
Not new.
in profits.
Not new. The other time like that.
And the PNM policy led to that.
They of course bad. That.
Gentlemen.
Yes.
Let me say it like this. These persons will take credit or try to take credit for anything that they think that they did. But when they did nothing in 10 years, they will come to say, we do that, we do that. But they did absolutely nothing.
All right.
I can say from where I sit, having been dealing with government issues at the parliament level, we know what they have not done. We have a man who was once an attorney general. Every bill coming, well, I do that, I do that. I do it,
All right.
But you ain't do one damn anyway.
Don't get your heart racing. Don't get your heart racing. Let not your heart be troubled. All right?
My friend, my heart is never troubled.
We will talk.
All right.
All right, man.
All right.
Cool.
Yeah, man. Have a good day. And speedy recovery.
Yeah, man. I'm Brad Big on the inside. Senator Big, by the way. And I almost forget he's a senator now, I still have him, legal advisor now.
Hey.
Legal advisor. So, all right. So, you ought to have a lifeguard on duty. And in the absence of a lifeguard, you ought to have up the necessary.
I think both of them supposed to take
signage.
Responsibility, basically.
Maybe the parents have more responsibility than the part.
Plenty more responsibility. You ever interact with autistic child?
Yeah, well, my runners deal with autism.
Right.
Yeah, I do it for the Autistic Society.
Right. Well, and you ever see them on the spectrum?
Yeah.
Three or four versions of it have savantism, right? Which is one we don't talk about really, but that is a child that is extremely focused on targets. They have on blinkers. They just see one thing and they could tell it down to the second of what happened before, years before.
Okay.
Exact second, the date, the time, the second, everything. They are very focused on what they're doing. But anything outside of that is a problem.
It's a problem.
Right? But when they focus on a task,
they focus.
They really
100%.
focus. 100%.
Let me hear what some people have to say here. Hello, good morning.
Hi, morning to the marshal and the bunch here. Talk to host.
Yeah.
What, Jesso?
All right.
We get all that, Jesso?
Yeah.
Right.
Based on the child donging, right? Based on where it happened, I've been there a couple of times. Right? And the level of safety precautions that's supposed to be taken in a place like that, it is absent.
Okay.
They don't even regulate
why,
the amount
why
of people.
Why you saying that? Why you saying that?
Why you say it absent?
Right.
Why you
So I
saying
was not getting to that, right?
Right.
They
Go
don't
ahead.
regulate the amount of people that they have in the pool. One. Two, they it have no level of supervision as but they have rules on the pool that stating that no jumping and no this and no that and no whatever, right?
Right.
But it has nobody there enforcing the rules. So sometimes it have people with their kids and stuff, and they're not paying attention to the kids as well too. And they jumping and singing and,
Yeah,
no such a supervision.
Yes, caller, but that is with or without a lifeguard you're talking about.
I have since the couple of times I went there, I haven't seen any lifeguards at that place. So if they have they don't have anybody situated there that is from the institution to give any level of supervision. So, if I run in that pool, obviously, if I don't have a lifeguard just staying, right, I would have people there walking around, supervising my place.
Observing, yeah.
Allowing them that, hey, you can't be jumping. If I see somebody jumping, you need to stop or you need to leave, or,
Right.
level of supervision. But they don't even have that.
Okay.
So, much just for lifeguards.
All right. Well, thanks for the info, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, brother. 6224911. That is 6224911. And we also have the WhatsApp line, which is 3944911. 3944911. Hold on to the phone there, Amex.
Well, yeah.
The WhatsApp phone. Yeah. So, I mean, well, based on what the caller said, he's been there a couple times. And that is his observation. All right?
Well, we have lots of people outside there, so we want to hear a couple people view on this situation, because it can't be just one person alone we're hearing from in terms of issues like this. Because the places that I've been, that was not my experience.
Really? Okay. No. Morning. Well, yeah, but I would expect that.
Morning, Stephan. Morning, Mr. X.
Yeah, morning. Go ahead.
Yeah.
No, listen to the conversation. Whether there's lifeguard on duty or not, the onus is on you as the parent. And as Mr. X said, this is an autistic child. She's supposed to have extra supervision on this side.
Okay.
So to blame lifeguard or to blame thing, you as the parent and to take full responsibility.
No.
Understand?
That's
and
just
the
not
problem with a lot of us as parents, when we go online and we start to drink and have a time and the talk gets sweet, we forget children. Understand? I just see Quentin the beach from the Marine Carnage. You see a whole big family come, Mr. X.
Yes.
Everybody rich, everybody good. Next thing, lime start, cooking going on, alcohol started to drink, topic going sweet. Nobody paying attention to the children and them.
Yeah. That's a normal thing.
They're not minding the business. They're not minding the business as usual.
Exactly. Mind your business.
All right.
About your trend.
All right, cool, man.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Yeah, man. I want to make it clear, though. I'm not blaming any side. I'm saying that each cannot pass the buck on to the other. So if it's the parents, you can't say, well, it did not know lifeguard. And if it's the owner of the place, I'm saying that you can't just say the responsibilities on the parents. I think there is a shared responsibility. So what do you expect, or what should you, or what you ought to expect when you're going to a fun park with your children? Morning.
Morning.
Yeah, morning.
Morning, Stephan. Morning, brother.
Yeah, man.
Morning.
XX, let me tell you something. X, you go on top of the class, boy. Let me tell all you something, If you go in anyway with children, with these days, the children very hyper. You have to pay special attention. You walk in the road, you don't put them on the edge of the side of the outside part of the pavement. So if you go in by a beach or a pool, you have to pay. Well, for me, I say you bathe the child first. Put the child, when the child done bathe, you put the child in a secure area and then you start to mind your own business. But the base thing is your attention to the child by a pool. Anyway, you're going with these children nowadays from the age of 2 years. Listen, man, I have a little grandson, boys, every minute he running all over the house. You have to watch me pulling down things.
So I go carry him by a pool
and look to the line with X, drink with X, talk to X, and in study is by a pool. He could go on the side slipping, and I blame the parents. Me and Bill live, lifeguard and all of that, man. The parents, I call.
All right. No problem.
No, well, generally, if you go into a park, right, you're going on an outing, right? And you line up with the family, or you jump in a vehicle, or you're going up to a park, a water park, even worse, right? And you know you have the added burden of an autistic child. Your sense of
awareness
supposed to heighten by 10 times.
Agreed.
Because you know it's an autistic child. An autistic child will do anything that is set. So long they get something in their mind, they go in at that. They don't care about the risk. They don't know about the risk first to begin, and they don't care about it.
And they don't care about the risk. Yeah.
Right? So you have to always be caring for them and keeping them in a gear.
I could agree with that. I could agree with that.
And that's the problem there.
I could agree with that. Morning.
What the hell you doing so
Good
that you can
morning,
manage your business,
gentlemen.
boy? Hello, good day.
Good morning.
And 8
I
minutes
agree
past.
with that last caller. Parents, whether it have lifeguards or not, how many times these incidents will happen? Come on. Listen, yesterday I was down at Macarip. Now, I haven't gone Macarip in years. I don't like down there.
Yeah, I ain't like down there at all. Yeah.
But my grandson's mother insists she wants to go down there. It's his birthday, and she wants to go down there. I say, look, we passing Caroline there. You're passing the Broadwalk. You're passing. No, them there are too much of people, and it's too dirty and kind of thing. I say, okay, I compromise. I drive down. For me, my beach is Maracas. I love Maracas. But I said, let me think. Listen, we gone down there when I tell you the water rough. I never even knew it had lifeguards in Macarip.
Macarip water rough?
How many years I ain't go there?
Macarip rough water?
Yes. They put up the tower that they have on Maracas Beach, the lifeguard tower. They have one, and they have about 3 lifeguards was in it. Okay. No, we gone down now. I don't think there's steps to go down all this foolishness. Anyway, we gone down. You know, my grandsons, and they went in the beach with her, and well, their mother was there.
Right.
I don't stay in water long. I go in and take my bath and come out. So I observe it. There was a woman, have a kind of mountain light, and it shaded. So this lady under there, with her, a flip chart something, and she's a teacher, she's a what, and that woman writing. And she writing on this thing. So I say, well, she must ain't come with no children. Next thing I see a little boy come running out the water and going to say, Mommy, and I say, but what the hell is this? This woman concentrating on what she writing. And not even
and she concentrating on the child.
That water.
Yeah.
2 of them come out again. I said, no, this is madness. So you see how the thing this happened?
All right.
I, as an adult, Stephan, when I tell you, when that wave come in, it pulling you, feeling the sand pulling you. Down there, them should close down Macarip and no beach to go and bathe. Dangerous.
Well,
It's in a bay.
It's in a bay.
Morning.
All right, but thanks a lot.
It shouldn't have any rip currents in a Yeah, but it shouldn't have any rip currents in a bay.
Exactly. I used to go down, long time I used to go down Macarip. You know,
I used to go down the long time. Plenty time.
Right. But when I was young, you know, I mean, you go down Macarip, you go down in the hole. The other things is go down there for 7 hours in the night. But nevertheless, you go down Macarip. And the man does be jumping off there's be diving and the jetty right there.
And about 3 people get damaged over the years.
Yeah, but that water's I never heard about nobody really drowned. No sort of drownings down Macarip.
Don't know that.
To me, it's one of the safer.
That was Mr. Martin there.
Bodies of water.
Hello, me there, she.
Yeah, but
morning.
He ain't calling now. You go call when I take this call, you know. Hello, morning.
Yeah, morning, gentlemen.
Morning.
Morning, calling from Carapo.
Yeah, Carapo, go ahead.
There is something, The parent is responsible for the child. Okay? When my daughter was small and she didn't understand the dangers of the water, which she loved, I do no bathing when I take her to
and that's a normal child. And that's a normal child.
Right.
I take a chair, I take a seat, and I was in range or snatches, whatever is going on. So I don't understand why they want to yes, these institutions or these facilities should have lifeguards and have guidelines and things. The main person is the parent watching their child.
All right.
Thank you.
No problem, my brother. Thanks a lot.
I guess I'm from Brian here.
I guess I'm from home.
From Brian.
Brand Big?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Morning.
Hello,
Morning.
good.
Go ahead.
Yeah, good, Pitbull here, boy.
What happened? What happened, Andy?
Program, boy.
All right.
Yeah, especially when Stephan, because I hear you and X talking about Macarip.
All right.
Yeah, and I hear the contribution, but I listen to how Stephan laugh and say, yes, Macarip. Yes, you know, you go down there, go down the hole, and then, you know, you're young, you go down there for the things too. But boy, you hear me laughing there. I say, what else Stephan used to go down there for too?
It's be very, very dark.
And diving off the jetty.
It's be very, very dark.
It'll be very, very dark and clandestine.
Very, very
Very
dark.
clandestine.
Don't switch off your lights. Switch off your lights.
It is what it is.
Yeah,
But you're good otherwise?
Yeah. Otherwise, man, just taking in this big program after the ground report. You understand? And, you know, just having fun as usual. Very informative.
How you spent your birthday?
Yeah, good. I spent the birthday good, boy. I line with my family and things.
All right.
That birthday was spent real nice.
All right.
Nice one.
Most important. All right,
yeah,
cool.
Yeah, enjoy the day and keep up the good program, man.
All right, thanks a lot.
Yeah, man.
Thanks a lot,
Well,
man.
it's the only program at the school, you know. Me don't call no other program, man.
But it's another program to call.
I go on.
Yeah, man, take it easy.
Yeah, man.
That is Andy Williams on the inside. Andy, we still ain't got no cake, boy.
Yeah, we still ain't got no cake, man. What's going on with you?
Let me get the man on the Trump phone here. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Yes, I. Go ahead, share your thoughts.
X, could you repeat the terminology used for, not autistic, you mentioned another one.
Savantism.
It reminds me of Rain Man, remember?
Yeah, well, he was savant also too.
What they call it?
Savant. Savantism.
Savant.
Yeah, it have some people on the spectrum.
Right. Very, very focused.
Yes.
Like they have blinkers, as you see.
Yeah, they don't look,
but
they don't see anything else.
Sights. And very neat, some of them I know of.
They will meet somebody 10 years down the road and tell you exactly where the spot where they meet you and the second that they met you. The actual time, everything.
Brainwired the front.
10 years down. And when you tell yourself you forgetting them and they will forget you.
Yeah.
Them
are they able, not able, but are they always ones who always keep things in order?
Yes.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
OCD. OCD.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Well, probably, you know, when I come back in the naughty corner, I'm a stalker.
But let me ask you something now.
So I want to
foreign news.
deal with that. Actually, two stalkers.
All right, cool.
But anyway,
foreign news.
Take it easy.
But wait,
hold on.
Foreign news.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
You're living in foreign, right?
Yeah,
yes.
You living there, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You living by
I don't know if it's a local foreign news.
Nah, either foreign news. Either real foreign news.
A real foreign news. Let me ask you something. Because I know they're very strict out there with their rules, regulations, and laws.
They have CPS.
Right?
CPS.
Can a place operate without a lifeguard?
If they have not only a lifeguard, and I'm glad you asked me that question, but also you gotta make sure you put like proper barriers and so on, especially for children, so that if you don't have a lifeguard on duty and you have the signs and so on that no lifeguard on duty, but you also take additional steps to make sure unaccompanied or unsupervised children cannot get access to the pool or a water slide or whatever. So
all right, cool.
You gotta make sure you put those mechanisms in place. Not just put in a sign.
Right.
But put in mechanisms. Even at homes in certain counties or certain home developments. You can't put in a pool just like that. They want you to make sure you put stuff around it and so on.
Okay.
Right? To make sure to protect children. They don't care if it's just your child or whoever. But it depends on what state and what county you're in and all that. For the other different laws.
All right.
All right, no problem, man. Thanks a lot.
All right. Take it easy.
Yeah.
All right.
Water parks and public pools operational requirements. Water parks are classified as businesses and must adhere to safety and health regulations, which may involve having certified lifeguards on duty to manage risk public health regulations. The Public Health Ordinance, however, gives authorities the power to inspect and regulate and under certain pandemic restrictions. Well, I know about the Public Health Ordinance per se, because we have a
right.
Well, we are the OSHA. Well, I'll deal with that after. Water parks have been subjective to closures. Environmental approval, operation of water parks, large recreational facilities may require CEC, which is what I used to do long time.
Right.
Under the Environmental Management Act, which requires certain things to happen before that CEC is approved. So you have to go through the whole rigor of what you're putting in place, your mitigation measures, all the different pieces. You have to outline in a CEC in order for you to get a permit. Water parks in Trinidad typically require appropriate non-offensive swimwear, rash guards, swim shorts, swim diapers for children, and prohibit street clothing, buckles, zippers on water slides. Public authority powerful inspections. Authorized officers have the power to enter premises at reasonable hours to examine the waste of the misuse of water. Checking look. You see all of this here?
Yeah, we not go through all of that.
This do happen.
None of that do happen. We know that.
This do happen. Right? Generally.
Yeah.
Disclaimer. Laws and regulations can be amended and specified municipal bylaws may apply in different areas in Trinidad and Tobago. Right? We have not had a test case. The only place we had a test case would be Harry's Water Park. When they had the two incidents over the years with one child drowned, one child was damaged and one child drowned, I think. So the only place we would have had the test case for issues of protecting children at water parks would have been Harriet Water Park. I don't know the learnings because I haven't followed up that case, so I can't comment on it per se.
Right.
But based on what Brian has sent here, it would require certain things in order for you to get a license in the first place to open a water park. And a CEC is one of them. Certificate of Environmental Clearance, if you all know what that means, whatever. But it's a form that you spell out the different areas, the mitigation measures that you would put in place, and it has to go before a board that would see about it and approve it, basically. And that doesn't really, well, I don't know about the inspection piece. The inspection piece is up to the OSH agency or the Public Health Ordinance.
Okay.
The Public Health Ordinance, I don't know if there's function in the way that they should. And the OSH authority is supposed to, well, they would have certain sweeping powers that under Section 4, I think it is, of the Act that allows you to go into establishments and enforce certain things. But they are always understaffed. They are always under pressure. So only when an accident happens is when we really hear about the OSH agency.
Okay.
Right? But in terms of their sweeping powers prior to, you have heard anything about OSH going anywhere and shutting down anything?
No, not to my knowledge.
I know Public Health Ordinance. I know the inspectors will be going around with in food establishments.
Yeah, rats there.
Yeah. Yeah, rats in here. A whole long line of 10 people. Yeah, rats. How many people with rats here?
Yeah.
That was the most striking experience for me. Yes.
Hello, good morning. Share thoughts.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I actually blame the parent.
Okay.
Because if that is the child is a special needs child, they need extra attention, extra eyes.
Yeah, it's not as if you're putting our child sit in our corner and get them all bunny and let them sit in our corner.
Exactly.
Or
Those kids are very curious.
There's water and children,
and they would like to explore different, things. So you have a special needs child. You cannot leave the child. Not even a lifeguard was there. You would have leave the child alone with the lifeguard.
Yeah.
Because this is extra work for that person to do when they have the other kids to also look at.
Yes, definitely.
Right?
Yeah.
So these are certain rules they have to change home.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what I mean? And that's jobs they can create there right now with lifeguards.
But that's what I'm saying. So many people looking for work, you
can't
find a lifeguard.
down there,
Yeah.
But the parent, I blame the parent.
All right.
The parent needs more attention to the child,
Mm-hmm.
which they didn't.
But a normal child
I hope the child is okay.
Yeah, but let's hope the child survives.
That's what it is.
Yep.
Yeah. Have a good day, guys. Good program again.
All right, thanks a lot.
Because look, for instance, my sister-in-law has a pool in the back of her yard, right? And we always having events in the back of the yard, right? And when my son was younger, or her children was younger, when they go into that pool, it has to be a strict monitoring policy. It can't be just let them go in the pool kind
It
of
don't
thing.
work like that, yeah.
You know what I mean? And you have to pay attention. That's a normal child.
A normal
A normal child running around or just dive in a pool just so.
Yeah. Morning.
Hi, morning, gentlemen.
Yes, morning.
Yeah, well, the onus is on the parents who took that child to the park. And more so ever, as child is an autistic child. But one of the things that they should have at a water park, any water park, you should have a medic or either somebody who is trained in CPR. You must have that there. So, but the lifeguards cannot be distracted about children. You know, they watch the pool and so on, but the parent is the main person that has to look after the children, whether they're autistic or not.
Well, the child, it might be, the child might be lucky that the parents are firefighters and would know CPR, because I think the parents had to get the child
that's what
CPR.
Well, all firefighters are supposed to go through.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so that would have been a very good idea,
but them being firefighters, I mean,
wait, nice, 2 firefighters.
Yes.
That had me worried about. I wonder if it's a by me boy. Where them people are name?
I'll find out for you.
Well, they probably gave the child
I'll find out.
CPR.
I'll have it in the article. Yeah,
you know,
because
hopefully the child is all well and good and recovers. You know, so
hopefully.
No, but they don't have our 6.
Thank you, gentlemen. Have a good day.
Thanks a lot.
That 2 firefighters are by me how hard a young baby, so I don't know.
I'll get the name here.
That child was not autistic, so.
Hello.
Yes, gentlemen.
Yeah, man, go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to touch on something 1 minute. Seeing that the government is on the campaign trail of revamping, I shouldn't say revamping, but reinforcing laws and putting caps on certain things and whatnot in terms of the party industry and things like that. You see, food is a problem in this country right now. And they need to look into prices on basic food stuff and things like that, because they are taking advantage of the media or the public out here. All right, so they need to look into that as well.
All right, no problem. Yeah, man. The name of the child is Skylar Gabriel. The parent's name is Desiree Walters, 41-year-old firefighter. And Sheldon Gabriel, also 41, a fire safety officer, sorry. He's a fire safety officer.
Oh, he would. That's amazing. No, I don't want to laugh, but that's amazing, eh? That's amazing. A fire safety officer and a firefighter.
Safety officer and a firefighter is the parents, you know?
Which means something had to be wrong with them. How you could leave a child in a pool?
And you know what they say? Yeah, the article say. They said their daughter had been bathing in a pool with other children when she was discovered unresponsive.
No.
What?
No. What, they was talking about business or something?
Walters and Gabriel said that although they searched for their daughter around the pool areas, they did not notice her underwater until several minutes later. They also said there were no lifeguards or life jackets at the facility. So you see, I'm just showing you how quick it didn't have no lifeguards and life jackets at the facility. So the parents now saying, look, my child was bathing, disappear. I didn't notice my child disappear. I went searching for my child. I didn't realize the child was at the bottom of the pool. It didn't have no lifeguards and life jackets there.
I remember I went in a store and on this hobby store on Rice Road, you know. This toy store. And I buy some floaty thing for my son. Some floats for his arms and feet and whatever.
Yes.
And if he going in the pool, he had to put on that.
Right.
So just in case you get up in difficulty, at least you have a chance of floating up. Rather than floating down.
But listen, I just showing you how quick it went from well, you know, we was looking for the child and we went looking, but it didn't have no lifeguards there.
Right.
All right. Now you ought to know that from the time you walk into the facility.
Right.
But they had the signs up, right?
Right.
Now, if you listen to the other person in the other article now, and this my whole thing, you know, boy, is the shifting of the blame. When I just saying, this is not something to shift no blame, right? This is something that we had to look at collectively, holistically, and say, okay, what do we need to improve things so that we could avoid something like this happening again? In the Express now, same report, same account of things, but then they spoke to
Anonymous
person. You're going to say unanimous, yes? Right. And the sub-headline is Parents Should Be Attentive. Speaking with the Sunday Express at the site yesterday, a spokesperson of Bumper Jumpers Fun Park said Friday's incident is concerning as it was the first of its kind at the park, which has been in operation for the last 15 months. Operations continued at the park yesterday, and the spokesperson who asked to go unnamed said there were protocols in place to avert such accidents. However, he said the safety of children on the compound was the primary responsibility of parents and guardians. He added that while staff had experience with children with autism, they were not notified that Skylar was autistic. And in the last 3 weeks, he said the facility was left without a lifeguard, but were actively searching for another. All right? Now, this is my thing. So they're talking to somebody who works at the park that immediately shifts the whole conversation back onto the responsibility of the parents. The parents now, in acknowledging that they missed their child and they went searching with the child and they find the child, they now shift the conversation to it in nano lifeguards. And I'm saying to the parents, yes, you have the primary responsibility. You are the parent of the child. You have to be attentive to your child. I know I inquired about that just now. Yeah. They said that, right? So you have the primary responsibility of supervising your child. However, the owner of the park, if you are going to say that the park has been operating for 15 months and this is the first incident of its kind, and the incident takes place in the 3 weeks that you do not have a lifeguard, that should tell you something too. You understand where I'm coming from, X?
Yes.
That should tell you that, wait, this happened when we didn't have a lifeguard, but we operating all the time, and this never happened when we had one.
Yeah.
Well, we need to get one. Right? You understand what I'm saying? So this is what I'm saying. Yes, the parents have the primary responsibility, but I would say 70-30. If I had to split it, 70 on the parents, 30 on the park to provide the extra eye.
Yes,
because,
agreed.
Right? Because you can't tell me that a child could leave a children's pool area, climb up a slide by the adult pool,
They was talking about business.
slide down the slide and go into the water and never resurface until you went searching for the child and find the child 8 minutes later. And the park now goes on to say, this anonymous person, that we had overseers. Well, an overseer clearly ain't a lifeguard. But if you had overseers, what were they overseeing? If they didn't see the child climb up the slide in the adult. You understand what I'm saying? So this passing of the buck. And listen, fix it. That is all I said. Fix it. Because we cannot keep going on saying, well, I'm not responsible, you know. It's that person. And then that person saying, well, it's not me, you know. It's this one. We will never fix it if we keep going on. So, right?
Well, this would heighten. Well, if they are safety conscious, this would heighten their look at how they operate and how they do things. Right? Yeah. This is how we would look at things and how we would address them. So I am assuming that we are in a place where we could get results, because it makes no sense fighting on kind of thing, right? So basically, we have to be conscious of what's going on. Yeah. Wait now.
Yes. All right, so I'll tell you what, we got to take a little break. And when we come back from the break, we got to get to the 10 o'clock news. And then I see we have a segment coming up. All right, so we're going to have to push back the naughty corner a little bit. We have a segment coming up here. It is CETAL's physiotherapy, massage. It's a health segment. And we're going to find out a little bit about that after the 10 o'clock news. So keep it right here. It is off the record. Stephan and Mr. X in your company. We're taking it to 12 noon. And we take a little pause for our cause. Oh, yes. And remember, Off the Record is brought to you through the kind compliments of TN Tech. 8 years of power, past, present, and future. So power up, TN Tech.
Protect yourself from electric shock or death. before conducting repairs close to overhead line.
Thought-provoking conversations, bold perspectives, voices you trust. Talk City 91.1 is launching bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before.
Yes, Talk City 91.1 FM.
A brand new era of talk radio is here. With voices you know, trust, and respect. Get ready for an all-new lineup of the very best in talk. Andy Williams, Lennox Smith, Stephen Reese, Mr. X, Derek Charbodi, Roland Stewart, Sharon Farfan, Sudath Prasad, Heavy Duty, Alex Asing, Karen Francisco, Jerry Lean Lewis, Short Pants, and more of the voices shaping the national conversation. From hard-hitting current affairs to real community issues, culture, politics, social development, and the stories that matter most to you. This is where Trinidad and Tobago comes to talk.
So I got right here on Talk City 91.1, where we're going to give you something new, something hot every day, Monday to Friday.
Listen on 91.1 FM and connect on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. New shows, new features, big giveaways. Talk City 91.1. Your city, your voice.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that.
I see my boy Edward Moody was trying to call me. I had in contact with him, with this scene down in Penal. You saw it, X?
No, I didn't.
You didn't see the mad scene down in Penal?
No.
With the woman and his son that was holding this next woman against her will for months upon months and beating the woman and abusing the woman?
Yeah, well, yeah.
But what kind of mad scene going on down there?
That's a mad scene and shit.
No, because I try to understand what really going on down there, because the husband is saying that she left home in 2019. She leave home in 2019 to go and look for her mother. When she went to look for the mother, now she was offered this job. And she never returned home.
Right.
That's what the husband saying.
Right.
She is saying now, when she gave a statement to the police or the media, that since last year, September, she was at these people's residence and they didn't let her go. Right. Now, I'm more likely to believe the husband. Because I think he in more song mind than her. She may not even realize how long she been with these people.
Right, okay.
Right? The man said he went to the police twice. Not twice, on several occasions. Barrackpore Police and Penal Police.
Right.
I am getting reports from Opinion Box this morning. Well,
he was part of it, I mean.
Yes, he highlighted thing. He was in front highlighting the thing first.
Right, okay.
But based on the information you have, it is alleged that she's sharing it between the police stations. So she give it away. Anyway.
All right.
Yeah, it is alleged. Okay. But nevertheless, and that's why the police didn't do nothing. But it's a mad scene, boy. And then she gone on Ian Allen to complain about some man that come in she had.
Yeah.
And she beat the man with a stick, a piece of wood or some kind of thing. And all kind of mad.
I see she's son and all acting up too.
The son beat. They had his son in a video. Now we tie up a fella. And what kind of mad thing going on? What is going on in Penal? Anyway.
What is the water?
It had to be something in the water down there. Barry, fix that, eh?
Something in the water.
Fix that water down in Penal. It had to be something down there with the water. All right, so we have CETAL's Physiotherapy, Massage, and Laboratory Services Limited. And last week, apparently, I wasn't here. But it did start a discussion on sciatica, and he's going to finish off that topic and then get into some other things that they specialize in there. And we're going to hear from him after the 10 o'clock news, which is actually coming up in about 45 seconds. All right, so we're going to get the 10 o'clock news, and then we will get to... Is Mr. CETAL?
Correct.
Mr. CETAL is here. Okay, so he'll give you all the information that you need. He was talking to me just now, but you can't crack people in certain places and that kind of thing.
Correct, that's right.
All right. So, for those of you, if you like certain positions, it might have certain positions that you cannot. You have to go and get your back crack for, you know what I mean? All kind of thing, people are throw their back and short of all part of it. You understand? Trying all kind of mad thing, For those of you who exercise excessively, body pain as you get older, your body starts to, it starts to tell you certain things. Yeah. Well, all of that too. So we get to the 10 o'clock news and then we get to, is it Mr. or Doctor?
We like to keep it at Mr. Sitahal.
Mr. Sitahal. All right.
You can always go up on the net and look for Dr. Sitahal.
All right. So we're going to hear from him when we return. Here comes the 10 o'clock news. It's off the record. All right. And the naughty corner, we'll get to that before we get to the 11 o'clock. Ole Ulsam Shrin.
Good morning. I'm Mary-Therese Bernard with the latest headlines to the hour. Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar continues to raise concerns.
Talk City 91.1. Thought-provoking conversations, bold perspectives, voices you trust. Talk City 91.1 is launching bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before.
Yes, Talk City 91.1 FM.
A brand new era of talk radio is here. With voices you know, trust, and respect. Get ready for an all-new lineup of the very best in talk. Andy Williams, Lennox Smith, Stephen Reese, Mr. X, Derek Charbodi, Roland Stewart, Sharon Farfan, Sudath Prasad, Heavy Duty, Alex Asing, Karen Francisco, Cherry Lean Lewis, Short Pants, and more of the voices shaping the national conversation. From hard-hitting current affairs to real community issues, culture, politics, social development, and the stories that matter most to you. This is where Trinidad and Tobago comes to talk.
So I got right here on Talk City 91.1, where we're going to give you something new, something hot every day, Monday to Friday.
Listen on 91.1 FM and connect on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. New shows, new features, big giveaways. Talk City 91.1. Your city, your voice.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health, and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
Hey, up for this exciting challenge? Confident about your business? If you are, the 1020 feature is just for you. It's where you give your customers 10 reasons in 20 seconds why they should shop by you. This fun-filled feature will be captured, packaged, and aired on television and promoted on social media simultaneously. Small, medium, and large businesses call or WhatsApp 764-3378 or 313-4215. Let's feature your business. 1020 with Junior K. It's affordable, effective, and fun.
We're going to get to him now, is Mr. Sitahal. Mr. Sitahal, talk for a minute, talk.
Right, greetings, morning to everybody as well.
Beautiful, nice. I know which mic you're now. I get confused in here sometimes.
You know it is.
The waitings are wired. All right, so talk to us. I understand last week you started a conversation with sciatica.
Yes.
And Mr. Sitahal is from Sitahal's Physiotherapy, Massage and Laboratory Services Limited. And we're talking about pain here and different types of pain.
Different type of pain and different type of therapy.
All right, how about getting rid of X? It's a pain at times, you know. It's come and it's go. It's a kind of pain. No? Not that kind of pain, though.
We'll deal with that afterwards.
Go ahead, man.
So what is going on? We're picking up from sciatica from last program last week, Monday, right?
Right.
So we're going to explain a little more in depth. As opposed to it is the longest nerve in the body, which runs from the L4, L5 or the buttocks piriformis all the way down to your ankle. So what happens with that nerve now? It brings on a lot of irritation when it's inflamed. So some people might have swelling, some people might have itching, burning, a lot of discomforts. But what happens now, it goes into more medical with that problem. For example, a lower back pain will influence the kidney. So if you're a kidney patient now, you understand what happened there? It's going to create uric acid and protein and more kidney damage. Like you could even have what they call calcium stone build up in the kidney. So with a sciatica and that crossover is a bit of a problem.
Okay.
So for some reasons, as like what I explained there, and many other reasons, you can't crack a client who have that. You can't rub a client who have that. Because most physicians would know not everything is a rub or a crack, which is where different techniques come in now. You understand? Because if the sciatica inflamed, it is already a nerve. So you have to try a different technique without irritating the nerve.
Okay.
Although it's surrounding the muscles area. You understand? You might have different works you could do for the muscles, different ligaments, tissues, the joints, but not the sciatic nerve. It's a different technique altogether. So it is bring on other stuff too, especially if it hook up with what they call your vagus nerve now. So the vagus nerve runs from the cranial, I'll try to make it simple, the brain, from the back of the head then, the occiput are going back in different words again.
Okay.
So from the back of the head then, right? So that vagus nerve now just hook up into your brain, into your eyes, heart, lung, liver, kidney, organs. When that inflame, it has caused a lot of internal stress. And imagine you're having that as a problem. So if people might have palpitation on the heart, a different rhythm, different breathing problems, they might have lungs problem, especially now when you're going into diabetes. So the diabetical condition now brings on everything.
Okay.
Even if they have high blood pressure, hypertensive, heart problems, people have breathing issues, lungs, circulation. So different complaints the sciatica also aggravates. Not just because it running down your leg means to say you only get pain there. It don't work so.
Okay.
Now, especially if somebody have other complaints like with the diabetes, the hypertension and so on, it will create other problems now. Where you would think now, it ain't coming from that alone. You understand? But once that sciatica triggers off, it brings on a host of other stuff, especially if you're at age now. So when a person's 60, for people who don't know, right? So what is up? When you get older, your body degenerates, your body breaks down. So at 60, you're looking at muscle loss, 3%, 4%, depending on how maintenance you had over the years. And even if you had structural muscular size, that don't mean the muscle wouldn't break down, you know. So yeah, it's left to seen as you get older, what's going to happen there. So that's just a little extra topic on the sciatica, as opposed to just thinking it's a rub crack situation.
Right.
That can't rub and that can't. At least we don't crack it and rub it in our office. You understand? It is cause other problems, especially when our pain traversing all the way down to your calcaneus, all the way down to your ankle and toes and behind your knee and all them things. It is cause different swelling. You understand? In some cases, it is dry the body. You find the leg losing weight, the muscle structure thinner than the other one.
Okay.
And in some cases, people have it on both legs. You understand? So it's not as simple as you say you get a rub and a crack. In some cases, surgical procedure is needed.
Wow.
That is when it's full blown and it can't repair at all.
So to avoid that, you have to catch it as early as possible.
You have to catch it as early as possible and you have to be smart. Because some of the measures that they have outlined, just plainly, I will say, doesn't work. Because, I mean, in our office, we see people from other office, we see people from other techniques who come and try this and try that. But as a man, I don't like to try. It's either you know or you don't know.
Right.
Close. If you can get the work done, 2-3 sessions, you must know what happened from there. If it's working, it can't work. You have to move on.
Right.
You have to try to get more, you know what I mean, more involved with the situation, more help. Put you onto medicals, put you onto more different programs. Because you can't be doing something expecting a right result. And it working, you're getting the wrong result.
Right.
You understand? So sciatica is a serious situation. So that's just some of the additional information as opposed leftovers, they would say, from last week, Monday.
Right.
But, like, again, from there, that also works with the pinch nerve and the slip disc. All of that can bring in a degeneration on the nerve. Because those nerves are microscopic, by the way. It's not like you're going and see it I mean, through training, you're going to know where it is or where it's located, where it's at. But you're not like you're going to select if you watch your fingers and so on. You ain't going to see the nerve.
Right. Understood.
You understand? It's microscopic based. It's in the body. So, in some cases, when that trigger off, it's not easy to deal with. It's not easy to deal with. But there is solutions. There is what you call remedy measures, which will work. But it depends on each client. It don't work 100% all the time. It's break down the pain first.
Okay.
So the pain threshold have to drop in order for it to relieve itself as you go along a 6 weeks program. It don't take too long, but lifetime, sometimes it just come back. It don't be the same. It's get a little strain. You know, people is fall, people is damage themselves. But they don't ever come back 100%. But you still have to be careful. That is how sciatic does work.
Okay.
Even with the pinching of the nerve part, that is when you have root nerve injuries. Or you have more depth of what's going on inside the nerve itself.
Yeah.
Depending on how the bone is shift. If the bone shift forward, backward, the way called posterior, anterior, it can touch the nerve, damage the nerve some more. Sometimes it just swell a little bit. Sometimes they use muscle relaxers, injections. Sometimes it goes down. Sometimes you need a physical treatment afterwards anyhow because you need to align back the body. So some of these techniques and them now, apart from the theory, it is still based practical measures. You still have to manually come in and get the job done. So it's not like the muscle relaxer go work all the time because you go hear what happen. Because that will study come back. Because it is not well placed.
Right.
You understand? Sometimes the spine can be too straight, you know? It has something called flat back syndrome, where the spine is too straight, then you lose the curvature or the different flexibilities of the different parts of the spine. Because I mean, you have the cervical, you have the thoracic, you have the lumbar, you have all over, all the coccyx bone, everything.
Yes.
If that is too straight, you lose a lot of different issues. The curvature, you just don't have it. Because we have clients who have those issues. All we can do is just adjust it at the time of problem if it's not clean up within a couple of days. That's just how it is. And that is just on the nerve now. So imagine if this disc fly out, as they say, slip disc. Slip disc is associated with the pinch nerve, the sciatica, and all these things. Some cases, hospital immediately. You have to go medical and you have to get injections and so on to calm that down.
Okay.
You understand? Slip disc guy, you can't always walk in the office and say you're going to crack that. You understand? I mean, you could always do a check-in, a check-up. You could always try to assist in whatever way it needs to elevate the situation. But that don't mean you're going to go in back at the same time. You understand? And most of those things, you just hear a big pop. Like if you get a crack, it's more louder noise than just a crack. When you have a slip disc sitting here. That just cause a lot of rehabilitations, a lot of malefactions. That just cause a lot of issues. To make it even worse with the pinch nerve and the sciatica. You understand? It's not easy to deal with, but it's simple. It's a simple measurement. Most people, when they're experiencing these pains, I mean, they just be in real pain. Some people have it on the neck, cervical spondylosis. They have it on the neck, the same pinching of the nerve. I know clients have nothing wrong and all of a sudden they end up with a spur. They get a crack, walk on there with a spur now. We have clients with all them problems.
Now, I hear about that spur thing, I never get one, but I hear it bad.
Yeah, it's bad. Especially if you touch on a muscle or the muscle swell touch on a nerve. Or if you directly touch on a nerve. Because, maybe you hear about heel spur.
Yes.
Right. So the heel spur is at the base of the calcaneus underneath your foot, and that will touch other things caused down to plantar or fasciitis problems. You understand?
All right.
It just goes from one problem to the next. It's just, spurs is because of too much calcium remaining in the body.
Too much calcium?
Yeah. A spur is the end results of whatever is left over, residual matter, whatever is left over is how you say high cholesterol. When you think about high cholesterol, you think about kidney stone and all those things, cataracts, and even if you have this spur, it's byproduct of whatever is left over in your stomach, in your body, in your blood vessels. It is converted into calcium. So calcium now, in different parts of your body, they wouldn't say calcium. Because in your eye is cataract. In your kidney is kidney stone.
So all of that is
just calcium.
That is calcium?
Just byproduct, yeah.
Okay.
Whatever you eat and your body use, it wastes or whatever, it stores some. Which is another problem now, depending on what your body's storing, which will cause additional problem, like the heel spur. But it's just byproduct from what food or byproduct from whatever left over in your body. You understand?
Right.
So if you have clogged arteries, it's called cholesterol crystal. You understand?
Cholesterol
crystal.
Crystal.
Yeah, it's like a crystal is something pointed shape, right? So when you say you get a heart attack or you get a problem now, it goes through the artery, it goes through the blood vessel part. That's what they call cholesterol crystals. And as you go along, with more knowledge, more studies, you have more names to identify different areas, different things.
Okay.
So it's not just based on therapy measures, it's based on other issues as well. Because you have to understand clients, like clients who come in with heart problem and think, how are you going to crack them? That can't work out. You understand? You come with heart problems, see what happens. So,
but this is like the therapy that I see people circulating. It is be circulating all over social media, right? Where people is be going and these people is come and crack them in those specific ways. That's the kind of therapy you're talking about here?
Those are chiropractic adjustments, manipulation of the body, the spine.
Right.
Right. So some is that, some is not that. You can't do that, period.
Okay.
Depending on the client who have more problems.
Because I just watched some of that and I was like, I know that looking a little...
It's hard to manipulate somebody's spine or to do a way called a local crack, right?
Right.
But if you have other problems with it, like heart problem and thing, you can't go and crack a man's chest. Or as it's a long time you say you have an open chest, you can't go and crack that. You're going to have a next problem.
Right.
You understand? Especially if you're dealing with people who have stent in the heart or who do different type of bypass and so on. You understand? Yes, they go still get manual problems, but they have manual technique.
Yes.
For that, without the crack, without even the rub. But you won't see those things like you say on social media because it's not like everybody fit the criteria for that. You understand?
Correct.
That is not something we're gonna explore in a cut pace move. You understand? So that is how it is with some of these things. It's not easy to deal with, but again, it is very simple. It is very understandable because you have to work with a client on one-on-one. So it's not a 15 minutes or a 10 minutes thing at all. It's always be about an hour or so. Especially first time. You know, once you see across 60, you go just get the checkup and figure out what to do next session from there. We can't go and you're done 60 and with other complaints, go and add more pressure onto your body because you have to look at the circulation issue.
Right.
For example, although it seems like circulation therapy, stroke therapy, all those things, when you do 30 minutes of circulation therapy, that's equivalent to 6 to 8 hours. How you going more than that now? That is too much now. So some clients can't go beyond the 30 minutes. After you figure out because they damage your nerve now. Because if you have nerve damage, neuropathy damage, neurological conditions, you understand? You can't go more than that. It's too much oxygen. It's too much circulation. That's just how it is. So when a person comes in the office, so the first thing is always the interview. And upon the investigation, then you deal with whatever situation there is. Either they have an exalted situation where it's easy to fix, or they have a total debilitated problem. Yeah.
Wow.
Not easy. So with a half an hour therapy in some cases, for some clients, 35 minutes, 45 minutes, they have to stop.
Now you mentioned at the beginning, you mentioned as you get older, right?
Yeah.
Your body loses more muscle mass.
Muscle mass is the first.
Right. So as you get older, right, you're supposed to consume more protein.
No.
No.
You can't do that.
Why?
Where the protein going? The byproduct of protein will give you everything else you talk about, down to the heel spur.
So then how do you maintain the muscle mass?
So you have to change your whatever you do to your age, your lifestyle. So if you used to run a mile a day, you just had to run half. You had to cut down. You understand it? Have things like chair exercise, which is a lot safer. Or minor like gym workouts, which allow you to sit on equipment which wouldn't put strain on your body. Because you can't over push it because all you're looking at is structural body. It's not that alone involved in it. Your heart, how you going to pressure your heart now to take more nutrients, like I say, protein. The excess protein in your body have to get rid of that end up damaging the kidney. Like let me say certain type of food you can't eat. Like let me say whole wheat and thing. It's better off eating the normal white bread because it helps the kidney and it's less damaging impact to the kidney because high protein foods now, like let me say the whole wheat bread, for example, or whole wheat and the whole, that food is more powerful than the normal white bread. When you burning out that at 60 years old. You understand? So you have to know now. Well, I mean, it have a bit of everything involved with it, down to nutrition, diet,
right,
minerals intake, you know. You can't take too much stuff and do too much stuff. Like a person who is 60 and onwards. Let me just call out a woman, for example, the female anatomy.
Right.
they can't be taking high-powered medication. They will end up with bleeding, like if they have the monthly cycles.
Right.
Because the endometrious lining, the lady area, the nice lady area, everybody like, that will end up being period every month or every day now.
Right.
Because the medication, you ain't working it out. Your body is designed to work it out.
So, okay. You all right. Let's see how I'm going to phrase this.
Sure.
Before 40 for me was very easy.
Of course.
After 40 has been a little more difficult.
Yeah, well, some cases, you have to understand.
But I'm 48 now, I'm going to be 49 in a few months.
But you ain't going bad.
I ain't going bad at all, right?
Nah.
So I'm going to be 50 soon.
Well, yeah,
so when you're approaching 50, what is the, I mean, I see 50-year-olds and people, well, men older than 50. I see them out here watching the physique. They're fitter than me, and they seem to be doing some intense exercises. They seem to be running. They seem to be, you know what I mean. So I mean, is that a product of what they would have laid the foundation with in the early 20s?
Yes, that is one part.
Right. All right. Well, explain that.
Of course, if you have a better health standard at the earlier 20, before 40, before 50, and you're more mobile, you have what they call a body biomechanics working, like sit down, stand up, bend down, lie down, push, pull, you're doing things on a rigorous or military kind of, workload. It's fine. You will have more stability or more strength. But it boils down to genetics. Either you have it or you don't.
Serious?
Talk done.
Well, I don't know what's wrong with my genetics.
It boils down to that. Your genetics. What has happened is the normal system is at 40 you're going to have issues where you have what I call you have menopause, you have something called andropause.
Andropause.
Yeah, that's the main symptoms.
Right.
So your body hormones going to have to change to adjust. So you would have to adjust now.
Right.
So the individual now who you see physical, they have already figured out now what's going on with them and how to boost back themselves. And not to overboost themselves. Because you might see a man running Monday morning, but you ain't going to see him running Tuesday and Wednesday. You understand?
Okay.
So it might just do a light brisk walk or something else, but he would not be able to function 100% at 60. Your body does degenerate. Your body is designed to live forever,
Is it fact or fiction that walking is better than running when you reach a certain age?
It's fact.
There's a fact.
Yeah, because too much running after a certain age will wear down your joints and bones and things. At least that is new technology now. But it's understandable even before it become topic.
Well, I mean, I like I say, I go be 49. So, your boy, I getting ready for my 5K, right? So well, I go on running the other day. I get shin splint, all kind of thing. I never used to kind of thing before. Shin splint and thing. I started to get a pain in my shin here, and here I tried to run and push through, I ended up finishing it. I ended up running the whole thing, the savannah. But, somebody really tell me that. They said, no, you need to start, you need to take it on and walk.
Well, I mean, if you're doing them things like off the bat, to start with, you have to have good shoes.
Right. So right. Good running shoes is a start.
A good running shoes or running
good cushion and that kind of thing. Yes.
Well, if it mixes with orthopedics, depending on the problem. So if your foot flat to start with is a problem.
Okay.
Because flat foot is aspect the whole spine from the knee go up.
So when you're getting shin splint and thing, that is just a problem you're getting by your shin, or that extends the other problem.
It shows up there because of the pressure of the force you're having. It shows up there.
Okay.
But basically, you have to check your calcium intake. So your calcium, magnesium, D3, and vitamin K, you have to figure out what's going on with that. That the bone degenerating or the fluid inside the bone now, which is called the synovial fluid, which is what giving you the structural strength and everything, which is inside the bone. Something had to be aging there or breaking down. You understand? It is going to more stuff than just manual, you see.
All right.
That's what it catches.
But you come and troubleshoot my car, yes?
But no, I am. No, I listen to it, man. And the other thing I realized is I started to get this little pain in my back from here, only on the right side. I don't know why it's only on the right side.
Sometimes it can be just muscles or your sacrum disc, which is beneath the two buttocks, the two hip there. It has be bent. That is move back forward and thing. Something that is just be off a little bit. If it's not no big problem, because we have plenty clients that have a way to adjust that without a crack. Not one pull, not one rub. Just a simple adjustment without any of those
But I
techniques.
come for the adjustment, right?
We don't show those. That we don't go and show you how to do that because you can't just do that. So
Because what is happening to me, like if I okay, that is a sign of me knowing my belly a little too big.
Well, it's not
Because I find you see, there's me noticing something, right? But you might have a different, you might give me the correct thing. No. So I have found that when my belly a little, and there's no when my belly too big, right? When I need to take it down. Because if I go walking, I start to get the pain here.
Right. So
right? Or if I do an incline, like if I
Right.
walk in a hill, I'll
Right.
start to get that pain, right?
Mhm.
And then when I'm not getting the pain, is when I know, well, I don't a good size and that kind of thing because I ain't getting no back pain. I just take it for a back pain, but it's only the lower back go right around here, so down to the
buttocks
the
area there.
buttocks area, but only on the right side.
It have men put one plaster and pull abscess and died.
Huh.
Right?
They get abscess on the plaster.
No, they put on a plaster thinking in their back plane.
Uh-huh.
And it was really an abscess. They really pull and boost.
Yeah, that's the next problem. So in your, well, I mean, we're talking about, in your
Yeah.
condition it could be the belly weight, but it's not really much the belly weight.
Okay.
It's the inner abdominal muscles. So the inner muscles now getting weak because you don't have that amount of weight to cause that as a problem.
Yeah, because I ain't that heavy, you know.
Right.
Big,
So it had nothing to do with just, well, in your
okay,
size.
so it would be more on
Inner
the
abdominal, which controls the abs, which controls the oblique and all the different muscles, which then controls the lower back.
Because it's happened to me if I'm doing squats with weights too.
Well, right. So that is bending or different pressure on the body. So something you have to be careful with, that it pops or it causes another problem.
But why on the right side only?
That is where deficiency is. That is how it has to be. Thank God it's not on both sides.
Well, true, eh? True.
That is just how it is.
But that's right-hander, but all you can do is, it's a right-hander.
Right. So the injury could be more intense on the right side because you're using your right side to do everything. You understand? But as
okay.
you're getting into the 50 years, you have to look out for a drop of strength. Immediate drop of strength. At least 51, 52, you should get that. If you don't get it, thank God. Good genetics.
Drop off strength, you
yeah,
say?
your body just feel tired at the end of the day or before the 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. You run down, things like that.
Yeah.
But have ways to build it up. Very simple ways.
But that's why I find that happening to me regular. But I'm glad you come in here this morning.
Well, let me
solve my problems, boy.
It really easy. It really easy. You won't believe how easy it is.
No, I really find so. And I went for a massage, right? I have a friend who's doing massage and she's a therapist. And I remember I went for a massage. She said, come now, boy. It was your birthday a couple years ago, yeah? And she said, look, I'll do it for you free. That's your birthday. So every year, girl, and every time I go for that massage, like I just get energy.
Yes, the circulation is kicking.
So I wanted to think that I probably have poor circulation because I just get itching right here in my right hand sometimes.
Well,
I know people talk this kind of nonsense. You're getting money and see the money and the money and reach here. I know when it come in.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with the itching and things. Sometimes it could be the allergies.
I just have
Well, I'm really not allergic to anything. I've never been allergic
I
to
just
anything.
go to sleep at a certain time to get up at a certain time. Because if I go to sleep too early, I get up like 12 o'clock.
That happens to me too.
Yeah.
That happens to me.
But I have diabetes, so my cortisol levels may be high. I don't know if that could be causing it.
You get a good rest alone could trigger that off.
What?
If you get a good sleep now, good rest, it can make you wake up early.
But that's my problem.
So you don't go back to sleep?
Yeah, I go back to sleep about an hour after.
Yeah, it's taking about an hour. You just got that problem too?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I get up too early.
But what age you looking at?
I'm 53.
Nah. That's too long.
That's too long?
Yeah, sleeping things is something that a different technique again there. It have
Well, I need to know the technique because I went to the doctor and the doctor told me I ain't getting enough sleep. I sleep 3 hours a day,
Alone?
I only get 3 hours.
Why?
Because I just can't go to sleep before 12 o'clock.
No, but you're on melatonin?
No.
Nothing.
So your body does lack or lose melatonin as you get older.
Right.
So you don't know what to add back to the system. It might make you sleep whole night, but it'll get you drowsy and sleepy.
If I go
Which
to
will
sleep...
start the process.
Let me tell you something. If I go to sleep at 8 o'clock, I'm going to be up at 11.
Yeah. That is me. 12 o'clock, I get up. But I'll go and sleep about an hour.
So I just had to go to sleep 12
5 o'clock in the morning.
to get up for 4.
Get up and I urinate twice. 3 o'clock and 5 o'clock.
That ain't bad.
Right?
That is not bad.
I just go to
Once
sleep...
you're over urinating.
I'll go to sleep 12 minutes to 12. And then I'll get up about 2:45. I'm serious.
But I know that.
And then I'll go and take a little... I'll try to doze off, but I know I ain't really doze off. I just lie down there because I know I ain't getting up off the bed until 4 a.m. Because I just do my first shift for 6 a.m. Right? So no matter how I try, I could go whole day, go in the gym in the evening, full exercise mode, take a bath, lie down on the bed. I ain't sleeping until 12 o'clock, partner.
Your body train a certain way already, but you have to be.
So I don't know what it is I'm doing. I don't know.
So you eat plenty meat? Regular?
Well, regular amount of meat.
So you had to look at
brother like his leg and tie.
Too much protein in the body. Too much protein in meat in the brain does give you apnea.
Too much protein
in the brain does give you sleep apnea problems.
Sleep apnea problem.
Yeah, where you can't sleep properly and you're having issues. But once it's going past your hour, it's fine. But if it start to get longer than that, there's a problem because people get older. Some people don't sleep. You understand? They don't go, you know what I mean? The full extent, they get up early.
I always say the older you get, the less you sleep.
It's not true for lots of people. But they do have people with the problem.
All right.
You understand?
All right.
So let me give them the numbers so they can contact the office.
Right, yeah, sure. Go ahead.
So the numbers are 741-0071 and 301-2086. I'll call it again. So the numbers to contact the office are 741-0071 and 301-2086. We take your calls and appointment and we work from there. Simple as that.
All right.
So you gotta take it easy with the hours you're looking at. You don't want to go into more sleep apnea problem, because from there you have to get drugs, as they say, some medicine.
Oh Lord, no. Well, I mean, look, I'm trying to. I know how to try to readjust the lifestyle because I'm getting older, right? But and we all are. We all get older, and we all have to make adjustments. Body pain is part of,
Part of
I
it,
always say, I just always tell people, as I turned 40, I started to realize that I just get pain in all kind of, it has certain part of my body I didn't even know exist until I get pain there. And I realized what we're talking about.
So the body changing, that is basically what's happened.
Right.
It have a technique to help people sleep. Is a way to rock the body. I show them that off the back of the hand. To get your body drowsy or to get your body relaxed before you go to sleep. Perhaps you all don't know the technique, so you ain't trying not to get your body back down and focus.
And people tell me to listen to
you can try that, but I talk in manual. So it's a physical thing.
We coming by you.
Is that physical?
You're
thing?
welcome.
Yeah.
No, I will come by you. I really want to deal with this, to see what's the problem with this. I mean, I don't know if you could fix that.
In some cases, sometimes you have to look, when you look at the spine or the back itself, some side will be higher than the other. Means to say more oxygen or more strain and cause a swelling. So we get that down first. We drop the pressure internally first.
Right.
2-3 seconds. That is how fast it is. 2-3 seconds.
2-3 seconds.
Yeah, and then from there, when you adjust and check your body, you sort you out from there. But if it coming back, we send you for X-ray. Because you can't go and work on somebody all the time and the same problem happening.
Right, yeah.
That don't work out or not. That don't work out at all.
All right. Well, people, we will, this is every Monday?
Yeah, we're going for the next 2 Mondays in God's grace.
All right, next 2 Mondays. So Dr. Sita Hal will be here with us, Physiotherapy, Massage and Laboratory Services Limited. And, of course, you can give him a call. I see 2 numbers here. Yes?
Of course, yes.
So that is 741 0071 0071, man. All right, 741 0071 or 301 2086 301 2086. Next week when we have him on, we'll probably open the phone line, take a few calls and that kind of thing.
Sure, you can pick a topic as well.
And if you have any problems with things that I know a lot of you suffering from all kind of thing, you're not dealing with people who suffering from tobacco. All right, doesn't have nothing you could do to fix that.
No
that is on you.
Remedy.
Right, there's no local remedy for that, okay? Just don't go and take no gramophone and do nothing stupid. Right? Just move on. That's the only thing you can do. Move on. And time will heal the heart. Because as he said, you can't crack that. All right? Although some people is getting on broken, but emotional ways. All right? But we're dealing with the physiotherapy aspect of things. So next week, Monday, we will accommodate some phone calls and, you could get some advice here and you could visit him, things like that. Because real people that suffer cardiovascular issues, kidney issues, lungs, bones. We have a lot of people out there with a lot of problems. So we'll see how best Dr. Sital can help you come next week when we open the phone line during the session. Doc, thanks a lot.
My lord, all the best.
All right, man. So we take a short pause. It is off the record, man. Brought to you, courtesy the kind compliments of TN Tech. Past 80 years of power, past, present, and future. And keep it right here. Off the record returns after this.
But Johnny, how come your house is twice the size of mine, but my bill is twice the cost of yours? Johnny, what's going on? Why your bill so low?
Thought-provoking conversations, bold perspectives, voices you trust. Talk City 91.1 is launching bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before.
Yes, Talk City 91.1 FM.
A brand new era of talk radio is here. With voices you know, trust, and respect. Get ready for an all-new lineup of the very best in talk. Andy Williams, Lennox Smith, Stephen Reese, Mr. X, Derek Charbodi, Roland Stewart, Sharon Farfan, Sudath Prasad, Heavy Duty, Alex Asing, Karen Francisco, Cherry Lean Lewis, Short Pants, and more of the voices shaping the national conversation. From hard-hitting current affairs to real community issues, culture, politics, social development, and the stories that matter most to you. This is where Trinidad and Tobago comes to talk.
It's all good right here on Talk City 91.1, where we're going to give you something new, something hot every day, Monday to Friday.
Listen on 91.1 FM and connect on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. New shows, new features, big giveaways. Talk City 91.1, your city, your voice.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health, and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
Hey, up for this exciting challenge? Confident about your business? If you are, the 1020 feature is just for you. It's where you give your customers 10 reasons in 20 seconds why they should shop by you. This fun-filled feature will be captured, packaged, and aired on television and promoted on social media simultaneously. Small, medium, and large businesses call or WhatsApp 764-3378 or 313-4215. Let's feature your business. 1020 with Junior K. It's affordable, effective, and fun.
Talk City 91.1. Thought-provoking conversations, bold perspectives, voices you trust. Talk City 91.1 is launching bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before.
Yes, Talk City 91.1 FM.
A brand new era of talk radio is here. With voices you know, trust, and respect. Get ready for an all-new lineup of the very best in talk. Andy Williams, Lennox Smith, Stephen Reese, Mr. X, Derek Charbodi, Roland Stewart, Sharon Farfan, Sudath Prasad, Heavy Duty, Alex Asing, Karen Francisco, Cherry Lean Lewis, Short Pants, and more of the voices shaping the national conversation. From hard-hitting current affairs to real community issues, culture, politics, social development, and the stories that matter most to you. This is where Trinidad and Tobago comes to talk.
It's all good right here on Talk City 91.1, where we're going to give you something new, something hot every day, Monday to Friday.
Listen on 91.1 FM and connect on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. New shows, new features, big giveaways. Talk City 91.1. Your city, your voice.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health, and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
Hey, up for this exciting challenge? Confident about your business? If you are, the 1020 feature is just what you need. It's where you give your customers 10 reasons in 20 seconds why they should shop by you. This fun-filled feature will be captured, packaged, and aired on television and promoted on social media simultaneously. Small, medium, and large businesses call or WhatsApp 764-3378 or 313-4215. Let's feature your business. 1020 with Junior K. It's affordable, effective, and fun.
All right, people. So we're back, and we're going to thank Dr. Sita Hal for passing through. Well, we are about 21 minutes. No, not 21. We're less than that. We're 18 minutes away from the hour of 11 o'clock. For those of you just joined us, it is Monday morning. We started off with the conversation on the 6-year-old that ended up in ICU after going, visiting a fun park. They were at a fun park. She and her parents, an autistic child, and they found her unresponsive in the adult pool, and we were having a discussion on that as to the responsibility of parents and, of course, providers, operators, owners of places like that. We had that discussion this morning. So we're going to move on to some other things.
Well, let me just give my experience. I went by the dentist the other day, not too far from here. Give my X-ray and tell me nothing is wrong with the teeth. And to take these pills to see if the pain goes stop. Boy, I had a miserable 4 days. The most irritating 4 days I have had in a long while. With this lancing pain again, every 3 hours I get the pain. Every 3 hours the pain coming back. And she tell me nothing wrong with the teeth. No, I shake the teeth. I shake the tooth, that should be saying. I check the gum. Nothing going on.
What she give you?
Some, like I had the two of them here, yes, boy.
You try Flamma?
Nah, I ain't trying. But I don't want to take nothing that are not prescribed, so I ain't going.
That's not prescription tablet? That's a painkiller?
What is this?
That normal painkiller, Flamma?
I can't say I understand that. Nah. Amoxil and Flagyl.
Amoxil? Everybody just get Amoxil. That's the regular thing.
And Flagyl. Well, but there's
Flagyl. Well, Amoxil is a normal. My father used to. Oh, God, boy. Daddy. That's why I know Amoxil, my father. Yeah, boy. What?
Well, they give me that there, and that just have me very annoyed for the last 4 days, for the whole weekend. Pressure, Every 3 hours. Don't talk for 6 o'clock in the evening. When it's 6 o'clock in the evening.
But you could have tried. I'm telling you could have tried Flamma, man.
I'm looking for a good dentist. I'm a good dentist, but you're out the country, but.
I have two dentists. Yeah. One does come and he will be featured at my 5K, but I think he out the country right now.
Right.
Like Pristine Dental. And then I have my dentist that I go to on Madras Street. Right? Lovely lady. She good. She'll probably handle if you want to pass there.
Right.
But I think it's a book appointment. It's a make an appointment. But usually I go there and think I get my teeth clean, and she just tell me everything that I need to know.
Well, I need to get to one today sometime. I need to get to one today. as best as I can to try to solve my problem, because my dentist is out of the country now. So me,
So we have any dentists listening?
Yeah.
Let me see. Maybe all the listeners will be in the office. X need a dentist. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, fellas. Stephan and X. I'm not a dentist. Amoxicillin is antibiotics, and the other one is a painkiller.
Yeah, right.
Right. The other thing I want to talk about, the cover-up of CARICOM, an article by the emeritus Professor Ghani. That is one of the best pieces in terms of putting the pieces of the puzzle together. What he said in that article, everybody should read that article. When our Honorable Prime Minister buzzed the mark on them during her speech, they were like headless chicken because they had a hidden conspiracy agenda to appoint the lady.
Well, Drew, as much as said that it was not on the agenda, bottom line, right? He as much as said that. So coming after to tell me that and the reason why and all kind of stupid talk, we're not really selling that. Don't sell me that.
Right, because the thing is, we already know that lady has questions to answer. The fact that she didn't respond to an opposition leader in one of the main contributors for CARICOM. So when they realized she going down that road, they had to do a quick come up and get the cabal together to do it. Everybody must read that piece. It's the most sensible, plausible explanation for all of this. And as our Prime Minister said, don't try to undermine our Foreign Minister Sobers. No, my other point, I hope everybody listen attentively to our Honorable John Jeremy when he talk about the former government minister who formed a company somewhere up in the UK. What he said in that piece, and people have to understand, he said the gentleman in question who the SOCA was investigating from the UK was tipped off. But my question is, who tipped him off? If he's a high government official or is a policeman, a senior police officer, that is perverting the course of justice.
Right.
And the TTPS has to launch an investigation. Don't make it another fiasco as the email gate. Because in March 2025, a fellow by the name of Simon, a senior police officer, said they haven't started any investigation. Now, they're getting the same information recycled in Parliament from a learned Attorney General knowing what is going on. I go on, have a nice morning.
All right, no problem. We go again. Morning.
Yeah, morning, Stephan, and morning, Mr. X.
Yeah, man, go ahead.
Mr. X, there's a place in Freeport.
I'm not going so far.
The number is 673-2222.
The man
Mr.
said...
I ain't going so far.
A lady there, dentist, she will see about my family and everybody. That girl is one of a kind.
All right,
very good, and the prices is very reasonable.
But she might need our office closer to X. X say he ain't going so far.
Nah, let him go. If he get paid, Mr. X, go. Take your time and go down the road. But then you ain't getting no pain then.
Well, he
you want to wait until your dentist come.
If he can't go to Freeport, he too to them
Nah, they're supposed to take an X-ray, and all them things that the lady will take, brother. And I could tell you, my friend, one of a kind, that is top of the line. You understand? Top of the line. So go ahead. If you can't make it, Mr. X, tell me. I'll come pick you back and carry you.
All right, no problem.
You understand? But let me just talk a little bit about the politics. You know, people in this country, what coming out on the last administration, what coming out now with this present administration. The last administration, people in this country, they should never put back PNM for the next 10 years. Government must change, party must come and go. You understand? But the country must never put PNM back in power for the next 10 years. You understand? I can tell you that with no apologies, my brother. And I hope and pray to Almighty God that they put some of them before the court and them, because it's too blatant. And they feel the country belongs to them. And all them who sitting down right now there in Parliament, the opposition, them feel that when they're talking, when the government talking, they want to
cut them out. They want to stop the talk. They want to cut them. You understand? Because they want the public to know. You understand? But the John public already don't know already, brother. You understand? That's not all it wouldn't be. All it'll be somewhere in the wilderness. Because there's so much of wrong things in this country, my brother. Thank you, my brother. And long live the people, government, within the UNC, for the people and my friend. You understand? Because you could see it as night for the day, my brother. Thank you.
All right, man, no problem. As usual, that was a paid political announcement.
Go ahead.
I'm going to take this one here. Oh, God, I missed it. Go ahead.
Well, generally, I like history, because history has teach you a lot of the things that you didn't know back then, right?
Right.
And you know a lot now. And Clive, people like Clive, Nunes and others would understand where I'm going with this scenario, right? If you understand how the 1970 rats came about, right? How it culminated and how it formed into a coup. And if you understand how 1990 came about, right? Was the same times that PNM was outside.
Yes.
Right? And they would have used their stealth or their prowess to get back in after those two changes, right?
Yeah.
And they would have... I wonder if anybody can remember Sopo.
Sopo. I'm familiar with it too.
Right, Sopo. Right, let's leave that there for now, right?
Okay.
And the nurses' protests. Now, first to begin, I understand that Edie Stewart is not the recognized union for the nurses.
He says otherwise.
Right? I understand he's not.
He says otherwise. We're good.
And on top of that, you come out with blue jerseys and you come out with a music truck. Who fund that? First to begin. Right? And you make a big bacchanal in town. You create a bacchanal wherever, right? And the people are saying, well, we are saying, basically, at least myself and others, right, have been saying, for 9 years, all your protests here and there, whatever, but not with so much venom.
Yes.
When a man come after the pandemic, after you all showed human service to the pandemic, all they give them nothing.
Yes, it meme.
Right?
Yes, it meme.
No.
Yes, it meme.
No. Right? They gave you all your nothing. Right? So on top of that, and all they come back now and tell the public service and them 002, 002 and 001 or how much of it was, or 4 or 5% or whatever the case may be, right? All they didn't have that venom then to protest. But at no time the CPO told you all 000. At no time. In this 11 months. And this is not, and this is just 12 months, right? And it can't be 12 months because you are only a government. And I want people outside it to know this, right? You are only a government when you pass an appropriations bill. Other words, a budget. Right? When you pass a budget, then you are becoming a government. And then you have to have drawdowns in the different areas in order for it to make sense, right? And that was done in October of last year. So October, November, December, January, February, March. We're now in April. Right? They're just about 7 months. So I am saying, at no time the CPO told all us 000. The lady said on her campaign trail that she is going to give you all 10%. She came in and met a mess. And that was before any boards were appointed. So they didn't know the extent of the fiscal issues in Trinidad and Tobago, right? When they do find it, you must see that? Oh God, it's very sad, right? Very sad. Okay. So, oh God. She didn't know what was the financial situation of Trinidad and Tobago, right? She still came in, right? And to deliver her promises or one of her promises is that she would give you all 10%. She went and bent over backwards to give all you the 10% that all you wanted and reason with all you and give all you a start. At least you come out the gate.
Yeah.
Right? All other unions have been in negotiations with the CPU. Till last week, the NUGF or whatever, they got their portion.
The Federated and
they came up with an agreement, right? Which means they sit down and they talk. Yeah. All other, and nowhere has she said that she would not pay the nurses. No way has she give you a 000. No way. So I trying to understand where this venom coming from, and it could only come from one place. And I drew the analogy with Sopo. I drew the analogy with how the 1990 riots came about. Mm-hmm. How they use at the wrong timing. Abu Bakr used the 1990 as an opportunity to get in where he fit in for the organization and whatever, and 114 of them got narrowed out, right? So I'm saying the UNC needs to pay attention to what the hell's going on, because you come out with a truck, you come out with blue jerseys, you make a bacchanal and tongue, you throw up your skirt, you get on most ridiculous. Nowhere has the CPO told all you 000. Nice? And the bacchanal started when the man found the issue and he decided here what's going on. This is the case, $75 for $15. All they throwing up all their skirt and tongue. $15 all they creating a bacchanal. Is all that necessary? But they could only have one set of people behind it. And I'm watching very closely because I remember history. I remember history very clearly. And I was very young then. I was about 17 or 18 around that time. Mm-hmm. I was very young in the politics. But I was understanding where the hell it was going. When they talk about buy local, when the PNM left it dry like chips, they was talking about cottage industries till they make all those centers all over. I remember all in Mova and Lavantil and all the areas in the East-West corridor. They tried to bring back cottage industries for youths to get a skill. They talk about buying local only, and no sort of grapes and a sort of drama for the no sort of grapes and drama for the country at that time. They took away cola, and the things was rough. If you don't understand where you're coming from, you would not know where you're going. And watch what's going on right now. So the UNC will pay close attention to what the hell's going on right now. You're only 11 months in office, or 12 months in fact.
And they start with the nonsense
already. And trying to infiltrate into and piggyback off of choppiness and trying to destabilize his government. So let's pay attention to what the hell going on.
But could anything less have been expected, X?
Well, no, but...
Could anything less be, no, of course not. Of course nothing less could be expected. I said it from the start. I've been saying it on several platforms, right? Maybe I ain't say it enough. Maybe I need to put a TikTok today and let it fly. When you see things happening the way that it is unfolding, especially with the nurses situation, you bring a good point. Who fund them blue jersey and that big truck? Where they get money for that?
Yeah.
Wait, have our nurses provide that? I don't know. That is part of the care. So I'm just saying, while we are all for nurses getting a better terms and conditions and better salaries and so on and so forth, that's all well and good. But you can't sit down for 9.5 years quiet, silent, and take all the nonsense that the past administration gave you, nothing, and a pan of biscuit. Right? And not even the big pan, the little tiny pan. Must have about 6 biscuits in that. If they get 6, they get lucky. Right? You have to eat that, and every time you eat one, you have to press pause. Because if you want to enjoy it now, you want it to end, you understand? You can't even share that pan. People come home by you can't even open it. You have to put that in a drawer. I'm telling you, you cannot say that you went 9.5 years, you took all of that, And now today, nurses talking about when they're getting interviewed by the media, I feel like a slave. You wasn't feel like a slave for between 2015 and 2025? What you feeling like? Appreciated? What you feeling? How you feeling? Because all of us suddenly jump out. And the biggest question for me is this. Edie Stewart want to talk about nurses being on the lowest salaries. And they're on 2013 salaries. Edie Stewart, well, if you are the representative for those nurses, what you was doing? 4 negotiation periods have passed and you did nothing. Where is the current status of those? Yeah, I know. Where's the current status of negotiations? Where it reach? With you and the CP or whoever? Whoever it is, the governing body, wherever. So don't come now to make no old noise in people's head. Like if you're fighting for somebody's rights when it must be your own pocket you're trying to protect. But nevertheless, you know, me and afraid to say nothing out here, you know. Right? We have Badman Butters. Badman Newcastle Butters in the building.
Yeah, man. Now we're talking about.
Yeah, we got
real bad man.
Real Badman Butters, you understand? All right, straight out the freezer, hard like that. Didn't melt into there at all. So I tell you what, but it is coming smooth, right? It is coming smooth. Nah, we really gave that butter story really gave it gave that the way they made the man this really news. He's smooth with it, you know. He's smooth like butter. Yeah, butter's here, man. A little frightened. So I tell you what, we got the newscast coming your way, and it's 11 o'clock with Kyrie Roberts. So let's go.
Talk City 91.1. Thought-provoking conversations, bold perspectives, voices you trust. Talk City 91.1 is launching bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before.
Yes, Talk City 91.1 FM.
A brand new era of talk radio is here. With voices you know, trust, and respect. Get ready for an all-new lineup of the very best in talk. Andy Williams, Lennox Smith, Stephen Reese, Mr. X, Derek Charbodi, Roland Stewart, Sharon Farfan, Sudath Prasad, Heavy Duty, Alex Asing, Karen Francisco, Jerry Lean Lewis, Short Pants, and more of the voices shaping the national conversation. From hard-hitting current affairs to real community issues, culture, politics, social development, and the stories that matter most to you. This is where Trinidad and Tobago comes to talk.
It's all good right here on Talk City 91.1, where we're going to give you something new, something hot every day, Monday to Friday.
Listen on 91.1 FM and connect on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. New shows, new features, big giveaways. Talk City 91.1. Your city, your voice.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
Hey, up for this exciting challenge? Confident about your business? If you are, the 1020 feature is just what you need. It's where you give your customers 10 reasons in 20 seconds why they should shop by you. This fun-filled feature will be captured, packaged, and aired on television and promoted on social media simultaneously. Small, medium, and large businesses call or WhatsApp 764-3378 or 313-4215. Let's feature your business. 1020 with Junior K. It's affordable, effective, and fun.
Talk City 91.1. Thought-provoking conversations, bold perspectives, voices you trust. Talk City 91.1 is launching bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before.
Yes, Talk City 91.1 FM.
A brand new era of talk radio is here. With voices you know, trust, and respect. Get ready for an all-new lineup of the very best in talk. Andy Williams, Lennox Smith, Stephen Reese, Mr. X, Derek Charbodi, Roland Stewart, Sharon Farfan, Sudath Prasad, Heavy Duty, Alex Asing, Karen Francisco, Jerry Lean Lewis, Short Pants, and more of the voices shaping the national conversation. From hard-hitting current affairs to real community issues, culture, politics, social development, and the stories that matter most to you. This is where Trinidad and Tobago comes to talk.
It's all good right here on Talk City 91.1, where we're going to give you something new, something hot every day, Monday to Friday.
Listen on 91.1 FM and connect on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. New shows, new features, big giveaways. Talk City 91.1. Your city, your voice.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health, and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
Hey, up for this exciting challenge? Confident about your business? If you are, the 1020 feature is just what we need. It's where you give your customers 10 reasons in 20 seconds why they should shop by you. This fun-filled feature will be captured, packaged, and aired on television and promoted on social media simultaneously. Small, medium, and large businesses call or WhatsApp 764-3378 or 313-4215. Let's feature your business. 1020 with Junior K. It's affordable, effective, and fun.
Talk City 91.1. Thought-provoking conversations, bold perspectives, voices you trust. Talk City 91.1 is launching bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before.
Yes, Talk City 91.1 FM.
A brand new era of talk radio is here. With voices you know, trust, and respect. Get ready for an all-new lineup of the very best in talk. Andy Williams, Lennox Smith, Stephen Reese, Mr. X, Derek Charbodi, Roland Stewart, Sharon Farfan, Sudath Prasad, Heavy Duty, Alex Asing, Karen Francisco, Jerry Lean Lewis, Short Pants, and more of the voices shaping the national conversation. From hard-hitting current affairs to real community issues, culture, politics, social development, and the stories that matter most to you. This is where Trinidad and Tobago comes to talk.
It's all good right here on Talk City 91.1, where we're going to give you something new, something hot every day, Monday to Friday.
Listen on 91.1 FM and connect on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. New shows, new features, big giveaways. Talk City 91.1. Your city, your voice.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
Hey, up for this exciting challenge? Confident about your business? If you are, the 1020 feature is just what you need. It's where you give your customers 10 reasons in 20 seconds why they should shop by you. This fun-filled feature will be captured, packaged, and aired on television and promoted on social media simultaneously. Small, medium, and large businesses call or WhatsApp 764-3378 or 313-4215. Let's feature your business. 1020 with Junior K. It's affordable, effective, and fun.
Talk City 91.1. Thought-provoking conversations, bold perspectives, voices you trust. Talk City 91.1 is launching bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before.
Yes, Talk City 91.1 FM.
A brand new era of talk radio is here.
Talking about the nurses' situation, and I'm looking for the damn story and I can't find it. And I had it on the thing this morning. I don't know why I can't find it, You understand? I wanted to give all of that information, that's one. I'm going to pull it up here. I'll give it to all a little frightened. Yeah, just have to find it easy like this. Alright.
The more things change, the more they remain the same, right?
Well, of course, look at right here. You see, I don't know people as read these stories, NCRHA, now you telling me, but these people are them good, Alright. NCRHA highlights 150 million in savings as industrial unrest grows. So the chairman, Dr. Tim Gopi Singh, has submitted a detailed report outlining the authorities' performance over the first 8 months of the current board's tenure, highlighting sweeping financial reforms, strengthened governance, and expanded healthcare delivery. The report addressed the Prime Minister Kamla Prasad Bisesa was made public on Saturday.
Why the rest of the nurses not? Why the rest of the other authorities not protesting?
That's a good question. Gopi Singh said that the authority inherited an institution facing serious and deeply rooted challenges at the time of his appointment, including a debt
345 million.
Right, exceeding 350 million. Irregular expenditure and procurement breaches that he said enabled mismanagement and, in some instances, corruption to persist. He said the board moved quickly to stabilize operations through tighter financial controls and governance reforms. And according to the report, more than $150 million has been identified, prevented, or recovered from improper payments and irregular practices. The NCRHA also reduced its outstanding debt to under $150 million within the 8-month period and significantly cut the number of suppliers. Well, when you see that, it must add, they got the suppliers there, among the most significant measures was a restructuring of the nursing pool overtime system, which the report estimates previously cost about $36 million annually. Now, let me just check this, right? 36 million by 3 is 108 million. 23, 24, 25, 26, right? Because they said that is when the whole thing happened with the $75, right? So from 2023 to now, it roughly cost the taxpayer $108 million. So I want you to sit down and think. Think, eh? Listen, a few $1,000s we're talking about here. We're talking about 108 million, of which maybe half of that could have been money that they could have saved, that they did not have to spend, or was money that was paid out based on this rate that was not approved by the CPO. Yeah, we could say that.
Well, yeah, we could say that. Yeah.
Right. So John Public had to understand too. This is the problem in Trinidad and Tobago, you know. I think the average man that walking around does not understand what 10 million, 20 million, 30 million, or $40 million is. Because it's in the news that this costs 40 million and this costs 30 million, and you know, it's a term that's we thrown around loosely now. Quantities of money. And we have gone from this costing 100,000 to this gonna cost $1 million to this gonna cost 10 million, 100 million to billion. Right? So that is where we are right now on the scale. Is that the cost of suppliers and the cost of contractors and the cost to you name who has gone from millions to billions or hundreds of millions. You could agree on that?
Well, I guess so.
And the hundreds of millions and billions had been spent every year and going to the pockets of a select few. At least it was, you know, during maybe the last 10 years. You had to understand the empires that these people have built, right? The background, how I could put it, boy? The background economy or the underground economy that has been built, right? An underground economy that has been built with all these contracts that people get. You see, all they sit down, they ball in, understand, you know. Bed sheet. To provide bed sheet in the hospital, somebody's got a contract for that. To provide the bin to go in the toilet in the hospital, somebody got a contract for that. Bed pans. Somebody got a contract for that. All the normal contract the government is given out when the year comes. Syringes. And they just the hospital we talking about, We need to talk about the education system, national security. Somebody had to provide body cameras. Somebody had to get a contract for that. Boots for soldiers. Down in Tetron. Somebody gets a contract for that. All they understand how much contractors give out.
Remember when Radical Design used to do soldiers' uniform?
What?
Remember when Radical
No, I can't remember that.
Oh, you can't remember that?
No.
Oh, okay.
They was wearing soldiers' uniforms?
Yes.
You're lying here, boy.
Minister won it. You can't remember that?
Oh, God. Morning.
Hello, good morning.
Morning, Chief. Go ahead.
Right. I was doing some checking, right?
Yes.
And I've seen some people only saying the nurses get tin biscuits. I have seen here that in 2022, the nurses got a bonus for COVID-19 of a month's salary. I know nobody talking about that.
Wait, what was the bonus on the month's salary?
Whoever the nurse salaries, they got a month payment on that in 2022.
Right. That was the bonus?
They got, right after COVID, they got that as a bonus on their salary. The nurses got that, right?
Mm-hmm.
They got that. People saying they were not protesting, but they were part of the protest when they were against the 4%. That's why they're still on 2013 salary. They were part of that protest when all the unions were protesting against the 4%. They were part of that as well.
What type of protest was held for that 4%?
That is when, you know, all the unions came together and they protest and they came down and they was talking on the promenade there against, like when the government offered them the 4%. All those unions, the nurses was a part of that too.
And you would say that protest action that took place then is on this is just as aggressive as this one now?
No, it was not. Remember, it wasn't nurses alone. Remember, it was a whole set of unions there.
You're talking about the 4% thing.
You understand? With anybody, when you're trying to affect somebody's pay, they will come out aggressive. If TTT come and say, here what, we have to drop your salary, you will be happy with that?
No,
no
I
would.
You
sign a contract.
Yeah, but I would resign.
Mighty might say here, I will get you a little 200 extra.
I will resign. I tell you.
Also.
One time.
But don't bother me.
Drop what? Huh? And boy, I ain't coming to work for that, you know.
Don't bother me.
Yeah, I mean. But the nurses is a different situation, but go ahead.
Will come out aggressive.
I understand. But we're saying that you have to be fair. Okay? There is a reason why you're on 2013 salaries. That is 4 bargaining periods between then and now. What was the head of the union or whomever is in charge of those negotiations? What have they been doing?
But I guess they're waiting on the turn. Because everybody have a turn.
But
so I guess and then get the turn come up yet.
Yes, but the CPO has not at no time said 000, right? Fair?
Yeah, fair that.
Right. And negotiations are still going on, right?
Mm-hmm.
So where's all that?
So where's the noise for?
Where they drop the money?
$15?
Look,
that it was never supposed to be getting in the first place?
Well, it's a way to go something.
Yeah.
Yes?
Well, all right, man. No problem, my brother. And that's the thing. And he talking about what? Overtime. Which is all I want. You're burnt out by your overtime. Make up your mind. Which one it is? You see, I could understand what Gopi Singh is trying to do. And I think that maybe, I'm not lost that one there. All right. Hello, good morning. Let me hear this caller.
Yes, Munok, Amu, Uncle, morning.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
How are you going, Mr. Stephan?
We good, man. Talk to us.
Actually, song good, man. Yeah. So I could take some whip over your back for the weekend. But anyhow.
Yeah, but we had a segment this morning in Naughty Corner Spot, so the Naughty Corner will be back tomorrow.
Okay. Good.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Well, you see, let me mention that industrial relations is guided by Act 23 of 1972. Yeah. And every 3 years, not less than 3 years, no more than 5 years, public officers supposed to get an increase. This is the law. For the past, since 2013 was the last time a collective agreement was signed off for the majority of public officers. Right? So the point is, the unions, I don't know if they will style or what, I don't know what it is, but then the issue of money came about. But you cannot deal with the issue with money. If you're the bank and your money runs short one way or the other, you can't go and tell the bank, all right, I have short money this month. You have to cater for these things in your budget allocations.
All of that is understood.
Agreements for public officers.
All right.
So that's one. The other one is SOPO. You're talking about SOPO. SOPO is the summit of the People's Organization. That was the group. I think the Reverend Ollie Clark, I think he was at dinner at the time. He was one of the spokesmen for that group.
Right.
Who
was front and center
against the conditionalities of the
government at the time
of the IMF
in
Trinidad and Tobago. That is after Chambers left and Dinar won the election in '86, and I had this culminated in 1990.
Right.
And my point is the government that we didn't explain to the country the effect of structural adjustment. I matched up on a SOPO. I was in Tonga and I just find myself on a SOPO match myself. Right? But there are conditionalities that you have to explain to the population because we never experienced those IMF conditionalities before 1987. So you have to explain them to the public. Well, look, you have reduction wages, you have staff, you have to cut staffing in public service jobs. You have to VAT was introduced, and up to date, VAT was never removed.
But
Right?
did you
This public service
caller?
Contract work in the public service.
Yeah.
That came as a conditionality with the structural adjustment program too. But it wasn't explained properly.
All right. Hold on. X1 ask you something.
Did you understand the role SOPO played in the 1990 coup?
Well, I wouldn't know the rules, but
all right, cool. We'll leave it there. We'll leave it there for now.
But what I'm stating is that the unions agreed. They had to agree workers in those days too, and they came out, right? So that was it. And before I close, I was a victim of structural adjustment. I was in 1988. My service was terminated. I was an original supervisor and temporary supervisor in the youth division. Yes, and I was a victim of that. I stayed on for 2 years and didn't get a job until the same March 1990. Anyhow, Uncle, are we still waiting our presidential response?
Yeah. I've messaged her, I ain't got no response yet.
Yeah.
But I'll call her today. Don't worry.
Okay, Uncle, you stay a moral philosopher. Okay, bye. Have a good
Yeah, but no problem. Yeah. Morning.
Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning. I wanted to ask Richard, for the past 9 years, when Dr. Rory come and tell him, tell all the nurses and everybody, all they could get all the back pay, but all of them lost all the job. What did he say about that? After that, nobody come out. Everybody like they get dumb. For them to say they go someplace to get dumb.
No.
Now this government in power. Everybody coming out like they like woodlights coming out the crack.
Yeah. I
You
see
know, because I find it stupid to now in power. Give the people some chance. Give them a little time to do what they have to do.
Well, you know, the thing does go when one party in power, everybody have patience, and when the next one in power, they are none.
Well, apparently them don't have any because they were staying in the hospital, so they come out to get some.
Well, apparently.
Yeah, and next thing I wanted to talk about. In Brisbane here, we haven't got water since last week. I know they understand that some pipeline it will, but what I don't understand with us, right around us getting water, like Champlain, like Francis Road, like all these other places around us, getting water, and we're not getting water. We in Brisbane, we have a pump in Brisbane, and we're not getting the water. Everybody else around us getting water. The restaurants right down by us, they don't have water because if they didn't have water, they wouldn't have opened the restaurant. There are about 2 restaurants by us.
Okay.
Everybody have water, but we don't have water.
What area is that?
That's in Marvel, Brisbane, Long Circle.
Marvel.
We have a pump right in our road.
And all ain't get no water?
And we're not getting any water. I don't know if it happened to anybody else, but it happened. Since last week, I understand that the pipeline had burst down and beat them and they fixed it, but I don't understand this week what happened.
Okay.
But everybody around us getting water.
Everybody around you getting water.
I know a lot of work is going on.
Champlain getting water.
I know a lot of
Francis
work.
Road getting water.
Caller.
And everybody on this area getting water, but us not getting water.
Hold on.
Brisbane.
Okay, hold on.
We have the pump.
Hold on. X is saying something.
Caller, I know that most works are being done by WASA right now on those major pumps. There was a big work going on the B-term recently with the line that sprung last week, and we didn't get water for about 5 days or so, and now we have water busting in the pipe as normal. I know there's some work going
because
on in Marvel
it happened
also
to
too.
everybody around us have water right now. That's what I don't understand. Why you're not getting water?
Where you are located, on a hill?
No, it's just you can only 2 footsteps and you reach up where I live in. That's what I'm saying. I live in Bridge Road. We have a pump in Bridge Road, but we're not getting water. Everybody around us getting water. We have 3 restaurants in the front of us. All of them have water. Bursting the pipe.
Well, I don't know what's happening. I'll try to find out.
I was not too poor. That's all I have to say.
No, it had nothing to do with that. It has to do with works going on or something, or some booster pump or something must be done or something.
Well, if it's the booster pump, that'll take care of from by us, then nobody won't get water.
Right, but they are trying to make sure that everybody gets water. So I know that work is being done, because I know they spent a significant amount of, and money is the challenge also too, because they had issues with the B-term, and that was a whopping load of money they had to spend to change out the whole section of line in order for us to get water. So I know works is going on, but I don't know about your area per se. But I'll find out and I'll let you know, okay?
Because the top of the pump right there, the water place.
All right, I'll find out.
And then we have the pump in Bridge Road.
All right, okay, I'll find out for you and let you know.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right, my dear. No problem. Yeah. Yeah, let me go again. Hello, good morning. I'll take one more here, then we got to take a break. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, Jezebel. And that lady make a good point there, because the former Prime Minister, you understand? Tell her the former, you know. Keith Rowley was the Prime Minister. I know much Stuart Young. You understand? When he make the statement, as if I give all the money, all the look for our next book, nobody said nothing, you know. You understand? Stuart and him said nothing. You understand? All of a sudden now stuff coming out, you know. We come out and showing the true colors, but I want to tell the Nurse Association on them, the people that may know to them, to get rid of he, because 4 times that he didn't do nothing for all you. You understand? How come all of a sudden now we jumping up because election coming up just for him? You understand? So you cannot play smart and foolishness. All the get rid of he and nothing the same. Thank you.
All right. Hold on there. We're going to come back to the phone lines, right? I just want to remind you that if you're looking for a smart way to grow your savings for a limited time, the Trinidad and Tobago Police Credit Union is offering competitive fixed deposit rates of up to 4%. That's up to 4% guaranteed when you invest with the PCU fixed deposit. And you could visit any one of their locations in Barataria, Arima, San Fernando, or Tobago and get started today. For more details, visit the policecreditunion.com. That is policecreditunion.com, or you can call them on 612-4PCU. And remember, the PCU, where your future is safe. Yes, I. We got to pause for a cause here. Pay some bills. I see a lot of missed calls here. We have some voice notes as well. The phone line hot this morning. Especially with all the topics that we have a lot to talk about. But I think X made a great point, because more often than not, what has happened with people that come into power and they win an election and they beat PNM, don't get comfortable and tell yourself.
Don't get comfortable at all. Don't get tired with the PNM and how does the tactics,
You go
the
and
tactics
get
very different.
That's right. You get tired up. It have a reason why
you
PNM...
to pay attention to what the hell going on.
It have a reason why PNM bounced back from 33-3,
But not that alone, maybe before that.
And
on the way call him on the Pandey.
Right, but they bounced back from that, it is a comeback from 33-3.
Well, this is what it is. And if they're not paying attention, all right, that's all I would say.
I understand all the economic...
all the tricks,
And people have to understand too, all these positive economic reports that coming out of where the country is headed. It headed because...
Look Ufan Ali and all sit down talking with Trinidad right now.
Yeah.
Right now, that Bombax line we're talking about for the longest while, that's a line down in Guayagari, down on that side there.
Yeah.
Right. It would work for Manatee. It would work for Guyana and other places that have things. So we massaging the thing piece by piece until it gets to a point where we can at least say we're going on. But we have to get that refinery up. Beg, borrow, steal. We have to get that refinery up. Whatever is necessary,
whatever it
has
takes
to be done. Yeah. Make sure it's done. Because we need that refinery in order for us to be prosperous again. Because we need money in this tongue.
And based on the projections that the World Bank and others are giving, the government is headed in the right direction. But
it will take time. It will take time.
When you inherit a barren land, which is what they would have gotten from this last administration here, a barren land, a land with nothing.
Because if she had money, should have never be going.
I
in this
think
direction.
she would have been. Yeah, she would have been.
That over and over.
I think things would have been moving faster.
Much faster.
Way faster. But you have to remember, you see, people always forget who put you in this position, They will always forget, Plenty of people always forget how you reach here,
They get it 13%, they get it 10%, the negotiation last time, and they went and vote
and vote PNM, no problem.
All they take that and all they rukunku.
But I telling you, it's...
Let me pay them voice note and then...
Let me play the ads. We have to go to the break. Well, hold some stream. We come back and take the calls and the voice notes.
Protect yourself from electric shock or death before conducting repairs close to overhead lines or the point of connection.
Thought-provoking conversations, bold perspectives, voices you trust. Talk City 91.1 is launching bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before.
Yes, Talk City 91.1 FM.
A brand new era of talk radio is here. With voices you know, trust, and respect. Get ready for an all-new lineup of the very best in talk. Andy Williams, Lennox Smith, Stephen Reese, Mr. X, Derek Charbodi, Roland Stewart, Sharon Farfan, Sudath Prasad, Heavy Duty, Alex Asing, Karen Francisco, Cherry-Leen Lewis, Short Pants, and more of the voices shaping the national conversation. From hard-hitting current current affairs to real community issues, culture, politics, social development, and the stories that matter most to you. This is where Trinidad and Tobago comes to talk.
It's all good right here on Talk City 91.1, where we're going to give you something new, something hot every day, Monday to Friday.
Listen on 91.1 FM and connect on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. New shows, new features, big giveaways. Talk City 91.1. Your city, your voice.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health, and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
Hey, up for this exciting challenge? Confident about your business? If you are, the 1020 feature is just what you need. It's where you give your customers 10 reasons in 20 seconds why they should shop by you. This fun-filled feature will be captured, packaged, and aired on television and promoted on social media simultaneously. Small, medium, and large businesses call or WhatsApp 764-3378 or 313-4215. Let's feature your business. 1020 with Junior K. It's affordable, effective, and fun.
Talk City 91.1. Thought-provoking conversations, bold perspectives, voices you trust. Talk City 91.1 is launching bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before.
Yes, Talk City 91.1 FM.
A brand new era of talk radio is here. With voices you know, trust, and respect. Get ready for an all-new lineup of the very best in talk. Andy Williams.
I gotta speed him up around 1.5 here. About 4 minutes, over 4 minutes. Alright, so we're gonna get to some notes here.
Morning, everybody here. So this morning's topic and last week Friday's topic with the Tobago accident, the jet ski, are very similar. It all comes back to a concept called duty of care. That's a legal concept, whereby
Duty of care.
a person has a duty to someone else to not bring harm to them. Almost just generally everybody has that duty, but that duty is heavier on certain groups of and certain situations. Right? So in the Tobago situation, I disagree with Fali. He don't need a parliament to write law. Right? They have plenty international law out there among seafarers. So go Google people, STCW 95. I mean standards of training, certification, and watchkeeping. Every seafarer is supposed to have that. And if you're operating a vessel, like X laments about those tour vessels in Tobago, you're supposed to have boatmaster 3. They used to call it launch captain license, right? Some of them might have the launch captain. That's the old version of it, right? Yeah. Those vessels are referred to as launches. But I have a sneaking suspicion that none of them have it, right? If a few do, I'll be happy, right? And the operator of so it's the operator of the jet ski company who actually was in the accident, I'm pretty sure he didn't either. That situation is not about law, really. Law is not the problem. It's about rules and enforcement of rules. Same thing with this new situation here. So duty of care is all about understanding that you have a legal responsibility to the safety of others. Health and safety law is anchored around the concept of duty of care, right? And unfortunately, our culture is not one, I think, that really is focused on that. It's only cultures and countries where you find that have gotten very litigious, a lot of lawsuits, that you get a greater focus on duty of care. And Trinidad, of course, is not that yet. So I agree with X, the parent has a duty to their own child, But the water park almost certainly does too, because the hazards associated with a water park, they would be uniquely positioned to understand that, right, other than anybody else, especially visitors. And they should have a duty of care to all of their visitors, whether it's in law or not. And it's really a case of negligence. Negligence is based on duty of care. Do you have a duty of care to a person? Yes. Did you breach that duty of care? Yes. Because of that breach, did someone suffer a loss? Yes. That's negligence, regardless of if there's specific law around any specific activity. So people operating anything, again, we come back to value, right? This is all part of value product rather than a hustle, right? I'm not saying that the water park is engaged in a hustle. I'm saying the water park, the operators in Tobago is clearly a hustle. But anytime you have a situation like this where clearly it could be negligence, then you have to ask yourself, how much is the company, how much is the institution focusing on their duty of care to the safety of their visitors? More nobody here. So you have to go international. Of course, that means Iran. So the press is really, doing a real number, spinning this whole thing. The Western press is adversarial against the Western world because it has been captured by the Eastern world. And they're particularly adversarial against Trump because Trump is the last trump card of the West, the true West. Right? He's the only one really standing for the West right now. A lot of European countries especially have been captured from within, especially NATO countries and European Union countries, because those institutions were captured. And that's what Trump is about doing. He's about dismantling these global institutions that have been captured. This war is about deterrence against China invading Taiwan. Xi Jinping said it for years. He's going to invade Taiwan in 2027. Right? And the whole world and the press have no problem with that, apparently. They have a problem with Trump saying he's going to bomb Iran back into the Stone Age, which was bellicose language. Trump understands how much they don't like him. So he uses bellicose language as a distraction. Right? His main goal. So look at the Strait of Hormuz. Back in the 80s, that's something called the Iran-Iraq War. The tanker wars was part of that. Iran attacks tankers for 4 years, right? Hits over 400 tankers. The world didn't stop spinning, right? But the Americans then said, okay, enough, I'm stepping in, because the Kuwaitis asked, hey, please help us. And within a very short period of time, they dismantled the Iranian Navy and removed all the mines, and, Strait of Hormuz was open again. If they can do it then with 80s technology, they can do it now with today's technology. What is today's technology? You're not talking about minesweepers anymore. We're talking about underwater unmanned systems, UUVs, right? Go Google Copperhead or Manta Ray, right? These are some of these systems that are available out there. Orca, unmanned systems, no humans involved, basically submarines that will just find the mines and destroy them. AI stuff, right? So why aren't the Americans opening the strait? Because Trump is dismantling the world order that expects that Western intellectual property will be stolen by China to manufacture goods to then sell back to the West while being protected by American Navy while being shipped. You say that's nonsense. It is nonsense. I'm dismantling it. That's what this war is about. You know what's curious right now? China is buying oil from the United States of America, right? Mm-hmm. The Strait of Hormuz, the Iranians have overplayed their hand there. Because even if and when, so the Americans have said, you know what, we're going to reopen it. All right? I drive through two naval destroyers and I drive them back through. And I send out my minesweepers. They're sweeping now. Right? All Iran is saying is, well, boy, I don't know where all the mines are. You better pay me. And the US is saying, I don't worry about that. I go find all. When that strait is reopened by the United States of America, they're going to own it. But even if business does pick back up there, which it will, enough people, because markets hate instability, enough markets are going to say, we are going to go to the West for oil. We are going to abandon the East. We are going to the US, biggest producer, and Venezuela, the biggest known reserve. And who in the middle of all of that? Trinidad. That's what we need to be looking at. That's where ideologically and interest-wise, we are lining up with a certain side. And it irks me to hear Trinidadians allowing themselves to be egged on by international press, selling them as such lies, and completely missing that Trinidad is about to benefit massively from all that going on there in Iran.
Yeah, man. Yeah, when you speed it up to 1.5 is at the same time, because I believe that 5 minutes past it. No, serious, Yeah, but he spoke about a couple of things here. Well, one is on the pool incident, which I think we more or less have sorted that out.
Yeah,
he called in for a while now.
Yeah,
morning.
Good afternoon, Mr. Mr. Stephan.
Yeah, morning,
man. Stephan is very price, you know. You could really talk it up, you like people to talk to you, the concerns and see what's going on.
With that?
But I see the nurses and the teachers them out there. Me vexed with them going out and protest for their right for Juno. But for the last 9 years plus, when Everman Rowley raised all them politicians' pay, and you remember like Geronimo and pass on the baton to small pen. Me near them, you know. I was out there protesting for the last 9 years for betterment and opportunities for people. And me seeing that, I seen pure victimization and discrimination thing. I been real and ex. Because I going out there, me looking for no handout, you know. The same way they can call Harry, they can call Paul, they can call John and give them a little work. I doing the right thing and going out there, the desperate letter I get in. Look, I watching right now in the back here. You see who's the winners? Junior, Sammy, Calco, all of them. So I love this in them for the help of the people of African power. They're victimizing their own and they feel better than their own. That would really be like crabs in a barrel right through. So Roger get you on Friday, he ain't get it yet.
Nah,
my drag man, he came just now. I go.
Roger. Yeah, cool. Now, but Roger like you under some you under some chill pills. Eh? Nah, Roger under some chill pill, man. Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning again. Stephan,
Yes,
I want to know if you could find out where these people get all these jerseys and who pay for them. If you could get that, then you will find out where this protest coming from. Because you can't tell me everybody will go to the same place and get the same identical jersey. Yeah? I find, it's so suspicious. Why you didn't come out all the time? Why? You have a whole uniform.
Yep.
You have your flag, you have your pants, you have your jerseys, you have everything. I say, oh man, look, he locks her neck and says she have no key because she's suffering. Well, I want to know if the big man who protested with them, if he come out because he lost any money too. That's why I'm trying to find out. If you come in my pocket to take out what I don't already have, and I want to continue with that, and you come in to bother me. Let me come out and protest and then change it around and make the government look bad. So, they're going to feel sorry for me. I would like to know where get all these jerseys and the flags and the pants and everything.
Okay.
And tell me how much it costs. And who bring it out for them.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Design over here. Just let me remind you, if you're looking for a smart way to grow your savings for a limited time, the Trinidad and Tobago Police Credit Union is offering competitive fixed deposit rates of up to 4%. That's up to 4% guaranteed when you invest with a PCU fixed deposit. Visit any one of their locations in Barataria, Rima, San Fernando, or Tobago and get started today. And for more details, visit policecreditunion.com or call them at 6124-PCU, and your future is safe with the PCU, man. Hello, good morning. Oh God, I missed that one. 6224911. Yeah. I think we reach a point in Trinidad and Tobago where, as a population, we have to get smarter. If you understand what I'm saying next. And stop buying into all this. I just drown out the noise, yes? Morning.
Yeah, morning, Mr. Stephan and Mr. X.
Yes, I.
Mr. Stephan, my comments last week were not directed at you, eh?
What comment
it was
is
just
that?
a statement, a general statement.
But
all right?
What is that? What are you talking about?
No, last week, now, when I made some comments, I can't remember exactly what, but you said, no, I didn't say this. I didn't, with respect to the, well, I'll forget it because I was gone, I didn't.
Forget that. If I can't remember it, then I wasn't studying it.
I just wanted.
I didn't take it that way, but go ahead.
Yeah. But what X is saying is quite right. And those who forget the past are doomed to repeat it.
Of course.
As he said, history is there for a reason. It provides you with learning.
Yeah.
And successful government always look to see what they would have done wrong in the past and what others would have done wrong, how they would have navigated certain situations, crises as they go along.
Yeah.
And they put measures in place to prevent these things recurring. And I hope this government is taking note of it. Because what you see transpiring there with the nurses, that is straight from a playbook. That playbook was used between 1986 and 1990.
Well, if they learn something wrong,
to tango with Pandey.
And information traveling faster.
2010 to 2015. And what did you, when you see the unions out there and you realize it's not just the nurses were there, you had other unions who quite sympathetic or quite, what should I say?
Well, I see Chuta and all of them was out there. Chuta and them. I don't know what Chuta doing out there. What Chuta doing out there?
Bevan and all any shippers.
What he doing out there? Or she doing out there? What is she doing out there?
I don't know what they're doing.
So what is happening here is that it's like a gathering storm, come like that, as how gathering storm.
Yeah. It just like
about it, and I'm saying that the government has to use the communication skills and whatnot.
You remember
the social skills
you
in
remember,
order to deal with that situation.
Caller, you remember
because if this thing spiral out of control,
but
spiral out of control, you know.
All right, caller, hold on. All right, hold on. Caller, hold on.
He believes in the wisdom of the people.
I don't know.
Hello.
Yeah, but
Hello.
And the whole thing turned upside down.
Hello.
So I'm saying that they need to deal with this thing and watch this thing carefully where it's going. I can predict where this thing goes this next step. And what happens is when the unions start to march and for the same, then the followers come out and they join. And it's mass in the place.
Caller.
All right, hold on. Caller, hold on.
Deal with this thing very early.
Caller, hold on.
Another dialogue.
Thank you.
All right, go ahead.
Another dialogue is
what you wanted to say, X?
You remember? I wonder if people could remember the history, right? We had CNP, right, which morphed into NJAC.
Right.
Most people don't know about that.
Right.
We had the unions protesting. Mm-hmm. We had several people protesting at the same time. We had Big Woo and all of them, Joe Young and Clive Nunes and all of them protesting at the same time.
Right.
And the walk start from the east and start coming down. And it start to get bigger and bigger because everybody join in. Right? And we end up with a coup. Coup because of that. Right? People don't know these things.
But I will ask you something.
And information traveling 10 times faster than back in those days.
Back in those days. Let me just hear foreign news here, and then we should have a few minutes to close off. Morning
again, gentlemen. Previous caller, orbit that rocket. The guy's telling you to ease up. Orbit that rocket. Or as X would say, land that plane. But you get out of the stratosphere. You are a rocket. Anyway, hey guys, I appreciate very much the information very early in the show where X, spoke about the difference between autism and savant, right?
Yeah,
that was good, man. Yeah, it was very informative. You see why I listen to you guys? You guys make me brighter, right? However, based upon my consultation, where should I send my invoice, my bill?
My bill?
Because I ain't the free show king,
That's mash.
Like what Rio sing about.
That's mash the pedal next year. When it open up, trade in day.
Well, what the heck is... Hey, I'm the free show king. Yeah. Anyway, well, if you want to call me a lawyer, I'm a bush lawyer, like Skippy.
All right.
Anyway, I go on.
All right, no problem.
Skippy.
Any question I want to ask you? Right. I am. Here was worry me. You just mentioned, for those of you who remember and who know from back when, right?
Back in the days, yeah.
Right. The history, right? So here's my thing. I know the history. I'm 48, going on to 49. You know the history. You're 53. People older than us know the history, right?
Right.
How much of that history does the 20 to 35 age group know? 20 to 40.
Nobody has told them, so they wouldn't know.
And if the history is presented to them in the current state of affairs, does it matter to them when they make the choice?
No, it doesn't matter to them.
It doesn't matter. That. All right. So in other words,
some will. It could have those that are very boisterous and understand the politics and trying to understand the politics and so on. So they would grasp to that effect, So they will have an idea of what's going. But understanding what happened before
and how we got here,
right, is a very So things like this wouldn't worry me much. But I am hoping that the older heads in the UNC, especially the older heads, who understands how they operate, right? When they're not in power, especially when they're not in power.
Yes.
Right? And they know this government is the weakest right now financially.
Right.
This is their opportunity to blaze the government going and coming. And it is more effective now because, as I said, information is traveling 10 times faster than back in the day, than 1970 and 1990. Right? That's why I mentioned SOPO and all these different organizations and how there was communicating back in the day. It's not back in the day, it's now.
Right, but let me bring it forward to something else, right? The reason why I ask you that, right? I think history is very important, and you ought not to make decisions when there is a historical factor that has to be taken into consideration.
Right.
Hence the reason why I take the position I take is because I understand the history. I understand the history of O'Halloran. I understand the history of Gene Miles. I understand the history of many things coming forward, right? Good.
Pip Deco, Caroni Racing Complex.
Of course.
The whole drama.
The whole drama. The whole
racket with
the whole bacchanal. Right? We understand the Brian Lara Cricket Academy and the confusion and corruption there and the inflated pricing. Right. So we understand these things. Mismanagement of funds, mismanagement of public funds. We understand transparency and things like that, right? And you was going to say something?
People like Joseph Tony.
Right.
People like Anil Roberts.
Yes.
You see them fellas and them of that ilk?
Yes.
Them fellas will understand what the hell went on back then.
Right.
And what's going on now.
So my thing is this, right? And whether you like him or you hate him, I think that what Charlie Kirk was doing in America, right, was filling the gap that politicians cannot fill.
Come on, again?
Charlie Kirk.
Oh, yeah.
And what he was doing with those, what was Turning Point?
Yeah.
Where he was going to these campuses and he was sitting on it and taking and debating.
Yeah, and get gone down riding.
Right, but he was debating the age group that I was just talking about, the 20 to, right? 20 to 40. I wrap it up in about 20 years. And I think that what he was doing there was filling a gap that was missing for politicians. Because that's a kind of funny age group.
Well, that's why I want somebody to get Clive Nunez in here. And we're the taper.
But as if Clive could, you see, but delivery is the thing. You had to be able to deliver in this world.
Well, I'll talk to him. And find out if he could do that.
You have to be.
Because you have 80 something, I think now.
Exactly. No disrespect to him. I'm just saying that you're living in a faster world, shorter content and attention spans and things like that.
I want to give him like a half hour segment.
And that was the thing with Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk was a quick talker and very effective, and he would hit the point very quick. He wouldn't go wrong the mulberry bush and wrong the savannah.
And he has a tendency to do that.
Well, yes.
Clive has
but because and it's because he wants to give you the accurate account of the history.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, I think we have a generation that I'm worried about that they don't understand history. It's not being told or taught to them. And listen, in the absence of that history, you will always choose wrong.
I'm telling you. When you hear him talk, you know what I mean? I learned some of the history from him. All when he went jump up on the counter in the bank and all kind of mad thing and all sorts of things happened back then, you know, because them days you had boroughs, you had all the corrupt elements same way, just in a different form and getting the information slower than now. Now is a time when, you know what I mean, watch how fast Josie come out, watch how fast music truck come out. The man the CPU has never told all this 000. Which mean negotiation going. So what you protesting for? On a real? What you really protesting for?
No, well, as we run out of time here, because we only have about a minute, Sharon Fafan is here, and she will take you to 12:30. Of course, connect with Sharon. All right, so look out for that. That's coming up after the news at noon. But on that question, I don't know if they could answer that, but just on what X mentioned something very, very, very important there that we don't talk about. Who is educating that age group or that generation on the history of politics? Because you can't depend on the parents to do it, because they will give it to them biasly
Another one too is
based
David
on the
Mohammed too,
political bias.
Another good one too is David Mohammed too. I'll talk to him about that. I'll talk to him about trying to see if we could get that kind of information out.
He's
there
a good one to send into to that kind of environment.
Because there are a lot of things happening in our past that affects us right now.
That's right.
We don't understand the degradation that PNM put us under for all the 47, 57 years that they put we under, and how we under the thumb.
And the little
Imagine
tricks,
right now, it have no hustle going on, you know. No hustle going on, because no racket money running.
No racket money running.
So it have no hustle going on, and that's the problem right now. And men told
So,
evidence of that.
give them the
But even
closing
the rest
there.
of minds are just expressing the obvious. So stop walking around the jungle with their blinkers on as they just may run into a post. Have a
And
good day, TNT.
with that, we are out. News at noon is coming up now, courtesy TTT. People, until tomorrow, stay safe and stay educated.
Look at that, please.